Tobin Leroy.
Leroy Ford was one of the baddest men.
They call me the kangaroo.
Yeah. Tobin Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better ask about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, host of the showman. Still silly sauce with the show in. Till then, it's half moon open. Sometimes cold takes like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a molding. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded again. What is in store? Like under the seat of the driver's side floor, it's GOOSIES galore. So many more from 6 in the Mars, never a more. Man, if I'm honest, the damage is done. Silly sauce, unlimited funds. Join us on Twitch for unlimited fun. J-Fig and Marcos, you with it or what?
Tobin, two who Tobin is.
Nah. Thanks, Low Dog. And welcome on in, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. We take you up until 2 o'clock here on this little program. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM is the channel there. On the Odyssey app, AUDACY is where you guys could stream us, take us in your ears, and, of course, on the radio, 560 WQAM. There is that.
There is also that.
There is that. You guys can text us at 305-567-0560. Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The first headline involves our co-host.
Oh, yes.
Leroy Horde.
You have an update.
I don't actually. I don't know where the hell he is.
Okay.
I think he's getting x-rays today, but he tried calling me yesterday. I was in the middle of my son's jiu-jitsu class.
Oh, man.
I call him back, no answer. And I leave him a message, which does anybody check it anymore? Nobody checks voicemails. So. Like, you have to first of all, you know, I'm looking at the transcript that the I mean, you don't know, you don't have an iPhone.
Oh, don't.
You big weirdo.
Okay.
I mean, you really ruin our group chat. It's gotta people used to give I think Jason Kidd, he got a lot of flack for that because I forget who the player was, but didn't have an iPhone, so ruined the group chat. That's you.
That's me.
That's you.
People tell me that. One day this division will change. We'll all just come together. Maybe we'll make like a purple bubble or something.
No.
Okay.
No. The blue is beautiful. You just got to sit there with your non-Apple ways.
Okay.
That's fine.
You know, it's not about me right now. You know,
You're right. Anyway, so
okay.
I left him a message, didn't hear back. I don't know where he is. I think he's getting checked out because he said he had to get it checked out in the middle of the show today. So
okay, so obviously he is on a lot of medication.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's in and out of sleep and then early doctor's appointment.
Yep.
Maybe, he just can't find his phone. Who knows? We'll feel better.
I'm not really I just want him to rest and feel better. But if you guys are just tuning in, Leroy told us he had a crack in his tibia yesterday. He was having a lot of pain. Which, he has a lot of pain. I don't know if you guys know this little football thing that you watch.
Yes.
He has a lot of pain. And this was a little bit more surprising because it kind of popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And, we're hoping for the best. We're hoping that he's going to be okay. But mostly, I think you'd feel a lot better if you didn't ruin our group chat with your stupid phone. Like if you would have just get it fixed, maybe we'd be in a better spot.
I have a good phone. Okay, look, Androids they're good phones.
Nah. Well, if they're so good, why can't they adjust to the group chat?
It's not our fault. It's your fault. It's Apple's fault.
It's not our fault.
They're out to get me specifically. That's what it is. They're just different kind of people. If you meet, let's say, okay, I know you're a very happily married man, so this doesn't necessarily apply to you. But to all those single and on the prowl, you go and you meet a partner and they have an iPhone, you're just like the rest of them. They have a green phone. Wow. So there's a little wrinkle to you. You could be a murderer or you could be a nice person. You never know. Little wrinkle.
I think the wrinkle is that you ruin a group chat. I think that's what it is. Like, if you would just get it fixed, that would be great.
If I get an iPhone just to have like a second phone. Now I'm that guy with 2 phones.
That would make you not happily married.
Yeah. Okay. So
or soon to be married. She'd be like, did I marry Walter White?
Yeah, well, no one knows. I have 2 phones. I'm walking around here living a crazy life at the Improv.
What if you just went up to your fiance and just be like, I am the danger?
Wow.
Have you watched Breaking Bad?
No, but
well, you don't get that.
I'm sure she.
You haven't watched Breaking Bad, really?
All the good shows that people like, Sopranos.
Is it because you just work like a dog? You have no time to watch TV?
Time,
I got you.
Just don't have time.
I got you.
I just watch stuff that's like mindless and numbing, like Rick and Morty or something like that, right? And even then, I catch an episode here and there. I'm the worst.
It's all right. You're not the worst. Don't do that. I mean, except when it comes to our group chat,
Okay.
you really
Okay.
ruin that.
You're not the only person to tell me that.
It's true.
It's a thing, apparently. There's some sort of like, there's a lot of discrimination going on. We don't talk enough about the green bubble discrimination.
Well, here's why it ruins it, because particularly what double ruins it is Leroy, because he's not going to follow a link that he doesn't see. And so when you have the iPhone group chat, so let's just say I want to send him a story like Tuas Parents. We'll get to this later. Tuas Parents said he's definitely playing football next year.
Oh, nice.
I now have to send it to him personally too, because he's not going to look and just say,
click the
generic
link.
Twitter link. What is this? He's not going to look at that.
He needs a thumbnail.
He needs a thumbnail.
Oh,
he needs a thumbnail. Otherwise, you're not going to intrigue. You're not going to lure him in.
It's true.
It's the facts. Or I got to send a screenshot of something.
Am I really ruining life?
You're
That much?
ruining the group chat.
Oh my God.
You know, it's just how it is.
All right. I'll consider the second phone. Good luck to my marriage, but I'll consider the second phone. You've made me feel bad about 6 minutes into
He's
the
a
show.
visual learner, Leroy Horde.
Yeah.
That's how he goes.
All right. Well,
Android people very upset on the chat right now. I'm just letting you know.
yes. Are they?
I'm not denying that
Yeah.
the Android could be a good phone.
Yeah.
But you ruined the group chat. I don't know what to tell you.
I can't deny that. I can't
It's just
deny
that's just what it is.
And then the picture thing, I always get flack about that.
Oh,
my
it's the
God.
wor-
It's not my fault, though.
It is your
I
fault,
think,
though.
I think it's Apple's fault.
I don't think
Apple,
it is.
They're like squeezing us out of the business.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, why can't you might be onto something here. Like, why can't it just go be like that for you?
Yeah.
Why is it different for everybody? Like that's. But I think that they probably realize because it's not our fault. You're ruining the group chat. That's why. Like that's what it's going down to.
Globally, you think people are on iPhones like that? Like globally, everywhere? I think they're on green phones, dude. I don't know.
I don't think so, dude.
WhatsApp. They use WhatsApp. You use WhatsApp?
WhatsApp?
You don't use WhatsApp?
I use WhatsApp like when I talk to people who aren't from this country, like a boxer from I think I spoke to George Kambosos on his Australian number on WhatsApp.
Oh, this is getting personal now. I got a
Like,
guy.
that's the only time. WhatsApp
is a global thing. It works for both ways. And now in the chat, I have a guy, Kenton Monesteem, who I've known since about 5th grade, who says Marcos ruins every group chat. He will never change. So this is now decades long. You're bringing in hate from other sides. I don't need this in my morning.
Is there any is there anybody you have group chat? So you have a friends group chat? Is that what you have going on there?
Yeah, I have a friends group chat that I actually have a couple group chats I'm no longer a part of because of my green bubble affiliation. This is a lot of trauma you're bringing up.
I'm not going to kick you out, but
yeah, but you've considered it though, I'm sure.
No, I haven't considered it, but just let it be known.
Yeah, that it's my fault.
You're ruining the group chat. Like that's just what's going on, dude. I'm just sorry to tell you.
Thank you.
That's just what's going on.
I appreciate it.
So anyway, we hope Leroy's doing okay.
Yeah.
I will try and track him down and get an update at some point during the show. I just figure, we get it after he is feeling a little bit better, or hopefully feeling a little bit better. The Heat, they'll be back on the practice floor today as they're getting ready for the Orlando Magic tomorrow. Rare 2 days off for the Miami Heat, so they actually get to have a practice.
Actually, all our teams haven't there been an absence of games locally for the past 2 nights.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh, nice.
Yeah, so tonight is just going to be it was a pretty wild night in the NBA, though. Like, a lot of stuff to get. Steph got kicked out again.
Again.
Gotta stop doing that with the mouthpiece.
You think he just, put a string on
And it's possible that the Jimmy Butler kids were frauds.
Whoa!
Yep. Possible.
Man.
It's possible.
You called it.
A lot of people were saying I'm right.
Yeah. Never trust the kids. Right?
I don't think it's their idea. I think the parents probably put them up to it, but,
damn.
We'll investigate. It's possible that they're
rough.
now. Look, it's over now. They already got what they want.
What's done is done. Yeah,
What's done is done. What's done is done. They used their idea, but that whole thing I was talking about just go to city, and just say, oh, I traveled X number. Now I'm not saying they didn't travel. I'm just saying it appears this is not the first time they pulled this move with the sign.
Ooh.
Yep. We'll tell you about that coming up next.
Jeez.
AM 560 Sports WQAM.
I introducing smooth jazz?
This one's for Leroy. Shaka Khan. He loves Shaka Khan.
He does. You think he's listening to us right now? Because I don't.
Not even a little bit. Not even a little
I think he wants his pain eased. I don't think he wants it. I don't think he wants it made worse.
Yeah.
Let's get a weather update from the Demensman and Dover Law Firm, your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Well, at the Windowplex, it's cloudy today, right?
Yeah, it was a nasty day this morning.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to rain and stuff. So you got precipitation on the forecast today. Currently 79 with a high of 81 and a low of 64. So that rain's probably going to bring in some cool stuff. Like that? Cool
It
stuff?
actually rained by my area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All the way down there.
Sad, yeah.
Is that why you were here at 10:16?
Nope.
If Leroy was here, you know that'd be about 3 segments worth of chastising. So,
Look.
be happy the boy's somewhere medicated.
Are you trying like a new thing where you're seeing maybe if I go later, I'll get there earlier? Because it does feel like it's going from like when you do studio days, it does feel like it's gone from 10:03 to 10:09 to 10:16. So I'm just I think you should probably reconfigure your traveling theory.
I'm gonna start waking up like at 5 a.m. all over again and just getting here at a better time because every day is a different day.
Tell me, what time do you leave your house? I was thinking about that today.
I left today. Today was a little bit weird because my wife was going on a field trip up to Orlando with my daughter, so I had to drop them off at school.
Wait, what's going on? Is it like
course? They do like a chorus thing. They gotta go. They gotta go sing.
Nice.
So I dropped them off at school, but I usually like the latest I'll leave is like 8:15. If I leave at 8:15, I usually get. I have found no matter what time I leave.
9:30.
I get here at 9:30. Like it doesn't matter. It's a really frustrating and weird because I've tried the different routes. I've tried because for those who don't know, I live up in Palm Beach County. It's when there's no traffic, it's like a 50-minute drive. It's really, really nice. But since we moved to this shift, that Golden Glades, as everybody knows, I've just accepted it. Now I'm like numb to it. I could just deal with like, all right, I know I'm gonna be here for 15 minutes and let's just roll with it.
Yep.
But I could leave at like 8:15. I'll get here at 9:30. If I leave at 8, traffic's going to be worse. So I'll get here at 9:30. If I leave at 7:45, traffic's going to be worse. So I get here at 9:30. So I have just kind of relegated to like 10 after 8. I'm usually like on the road good. I will always check though at like 7 o'clock just in case there happens to be traffic in Palm Beach. Because if there is traffic in Palm Beach, which there rarely is, then I have to find another plan. If there was some kind of backup there.
Yeah, because at that point, like,
you're screwed.
I'd consider a home
I might as well just do the show from home.
Yeah, exactly.
But I have found that no matter what time I leave, I get here at 9:30.
Well,
it just happens to be
Golden Glades.
Now, the thing that was actually a big delay today was trying to figure out the coffee machine here at work, which is atrocious.
Oh my God. You have to like hold up the water thing.
What?
And pray to God that the water actually reaches the machine.
I was talking to Paul, our sales manager today, and he was like, first of all, I didn't like me taking shots at the salespeople the other day.
Ooh.
He actually boxed me in a pretty solid way because he's like, I don't understand how you could make fun of us for not being in the building, and yet you were doing that while not being in the building. I said, and thus you have found the secret sauce to our show.
Wow.
You have found you have exposed me, Paul.
You've been boxed in.
That's impressive.
He could have boxed you in right at that moment because you were at home.
Yeah.
But you're always here.
I am always here.
Yeah.
I am.
Mm,
Look, nobody likes getting the light shined on them. The point is, he's the only guy who knows how to use this coffee machine I found, and you have to go at it like, and I don't know if this is too dated a reference for people.
Yeah.
You have to go at it like a Nintendo entertainment system, like an NES or a Super Nintendo.
You gotta blow up.
You gotta like plug it in, plug it out. I gotta like hit it twice.
What is going on?
yeah.
All to get like a little Keurig cup of Cafe Bustelo, which is not good as what I make with the old school machine. I'm still a put the grinds in the thing.
Watery.
Yeah.
It's too watery.
It's watery.
It's too watery.
I don't like that.
Well, look, I want you to know I recently saw Coffee Heaven as I went to the first Starbucks ever. And that roast thing that they have over there, those little pods, it says Pike Place. I guess
The hell's that?
that's where the first Starbucks was. I just found that out. So you got high quality coffee there. Unfortunately, the machine is from 1922. So we'll figure it out, dude. I don't know.
I'm just
man.
upset they took away that big one we
Yeah, what
had,
happened?
But
I used to get
it
hot
was always
chocolate from
broken.
that.
So
It was always. Oh, that sucks. I used to get hot chocolate from that.
I know.
I am a child.
I used to mix hot chocolate with espresso.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. I
It
mean,
was
so you were
really
just
good.
wound up as a kid.
It was so good.
It's like, Chip, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
On espresso.
It's really
So these kids may be frauds.
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay.
They may be frauds.
All right. Why?
Okay,
though?
tell
Why?
us how.
Of course,
All
the
right.
internet's
So
gonna
I
be-
was joking. I kind of half called this the other day, right? And I was saying, if you guys don't know the story, Jimmy Butler didn't play against the Boston Celtics. And there was this sign from these two adorable kids from Argentina. One of them was named Felipe. I believe the little girl's name is Zoe. And they had a sign that said, "We have flown 4,500 miles to see Jimmy Butler. You know, I think it said, can I get a picture or some big face coffee?" You know, funny sign.
Yeah. He did his
And
research.
it was really cool. TNT caught the moment. Jamal Crawford apparently called Jimmy Butler and told him about this. Jimmy was watching the game and he was really upset. So Jimmy ends up springing the Heat into action. They get the kids some gear. The next day, the kid gets a tour of the facility. The kids get the tour of the facility. They sign their flag for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy gives them a bunch of more merch, signed shoes, signed basketballs, the works. They got as VIP a treatment for Jimmy Butler not playing a basketball game because he was out with a back injury than anybody possibly could. And I thought, what a cool moment. What a cool thing that Jimmy Butler and the Heat did. Hook this kid up. You know, it is a bad thing that's going on right now with the NBA with guys not playing. Not that Jimmy Butler wasn't hurt. I'm just saying, in general, this whole thing of not knowing who's playing night to night. The NBA is becoming more and more like boxing. We talk about theoretical matchups now more so than we actually get the fun regular season matchups. It was a rarity yesterday that we even got, Sixers versus Brooklyn and Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid both happen to play. Props to Joel Embiid. He was on the injury report because I thought oh, we're not going to get to see him play. This is not going to be as juicy. But, you're just talking about all these theoretical, and maybe you'll see him in the playoffs eventually. But it feels like more and more we've had this series of games between the Nets, the Celtics, the Bucks, and none of them have had all of the main players for the whole game. It's all led to Kevin Durant. He's out for most of the second half. Giannis doesn't play in both Bucks games. Jaylen Brown and Jimmy Butler missed the Heat Celtics. Ingram, Zion Williamson, they're out against the Pelicans. So it is just it's kind of stunk because you just don't get the matchups during the regular season. And the NBA already had, there's a lot of regular season games. How are we going to do this? So long-winded way of saying is this whole thing with the stars not playing thing kind of got a light shown on it on TNT, and Jimmy Butler felt bad, gave this kid a wonderful experience. And that's awesome. It's just off the bat. What Jimmy Butler did for this kid was amazing. Gave him a lifetime experience. And not only that, on his Instagram that he just posted, I don't know if this was last night or the night of the tour, whatever. I'm assuming it was last night. He took the family out to dinner.
Wow.
And
That's a little. I mean, it's
took
not
them out to
much,
dinner
but,
to a nice restaurant.
We get it.
These guys
Where'd
got.
they go?
I don't know. It was
Carbone.
hard to say, J Fig.
Hard
I don't
to
know.
say.
Can you notice it? I sent you a picture. I don't know if you can notice based.
Grabbing it.
I don't know if you can
for
notice
y'all.
based on the picture, but yeah. So
Carbone.
the two adorable kids are, getting not only a VIP tour of the Heat facility
Yeah.
that Jimmy Butler gave them, but now they're out to dinner with him. Out to dinner with Jimmy Butler.
That's
So
nice.
really, really cool by him.
That's above and beyond and beyond.
And it's a lot of family.
It's a lot of family.
What?
Yeah, Jimmy Butler could afford it.
I mean,
probably.
yeah.
I would venture to guess. I don't know this. I don't have sources. I'm just guessing on logic. If they don't have a ticket to go, I would bet you if Jimmy Butler's going to play, I bet you they're at the Heat game tomorrow. And I bet you they have really nice seats. If I had to guess.
Huh.
However,
Yeah.
this is 2023
Huh.
and nothing in the internet can ever just be cute.
Yep.
There's got to be some kind of a side story And people are thinking these kids may be frauds. Or this family may be frauds.
I mean, you called it.
That's not what I called.
No.
I didn't say that this family in particular were frauds. What I said was
Just a kid?
no. What I said was is that I feel like people are going to take this cool moment and they're going to take advantage of it. And you're going to have people making it seem like they flew a long way to see a player, hoping that player doesn't play so they can guilt him into some free stuff. Apparently, these kids have pulled this sign before. Wow. There was a picture circulating yesterday accusing this family of being clout chasers because there was a sign. I don't know when the picture was from, but they did the same move with Steph Curry, where they said they had flown 9,000 miles to see Steph Curry. Wow. Do you have that picture I sent you, J-Fig? Here. I do. Here is the picture. Dear Steph, today is our birthday. We flew, and maybe they're twins. I don't know.
There's no way. You know what? I want to see IDs.
We flew 8,088 miles just to see you play. Can we get a hug or a photo?
Winky face.
Winky face. They got the Steph Curry logo there. Yeah. And they got the Golden State Warriors logo. Now, I don't believe these kids met Steph Curry. Yeah. But it would appear they do this everywhere they go with the stars, trying to pull on the heartstrings. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's not like they said, hey, Jimmy Butler, can we get the VIP tour? Right. All they asked for in their original signing was a photo or some big face coffee. Okay. It's a cute sign. Yeah. But now everybody's going to be saying these kids are frauds. And I don't think they're frauds. I don't think they're frauds. They're just trying their luck. They like basketball. They like the Golden State Warriors. They like Steph Curry. They like Jimmy Butler.
You can see it from one side. One side of the story says, okay, maybe they are from Argentina and they really did travel all this way to watch basketball. I believe
they are from Argentina. I don't think that's...
So technically the sign is correct. It's just that it's happening everywhere. So it kind of looks like it's...
Right. I don't know.
It's fraud,
it's
behavior,
a bad, but it looks bad, but I feel like it looks a lot worse than it is.
Right.
These strange, man.
All in all, let's just say this. The Heat and Jimmy Butler, they did a really cool thing.
For sure.
Right.
That's
so
for sure.
That has to be like the number one thing.
Yeah. The number one thing. Yeah. The Heat and Jimmy Butler, they're just better people than Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. I just want to make it clear. Just so we're clear.
It's a classy organization.
It's a classy organization.
They go above and beyond for their fans.
It's not that Steph Curry is not classy.
There it goes.
He's just not as I mean, did he invite the kids to dinner?
Did he see the sign?
I guess not.
Yeah, but hold on, JP. Don't be fooled by this. This whole thing I thought was going to be to say that these kids are frauds, and then when he said that they weren't frauds, I was like, okay, where's he going with this?
No. I don't think they're frauds.
I mean,
no, you don't.
But I understand in today's internet, they appear to be frauds,
right?
Because people think, oh, they're not really from. They just do this, but it's not like these kids got free stuff from Steph Curry that I know of. Yeah. They just happen to.
They asked for it.
Right. They just happen
asking for a hug or a photo.
Right. They're just asking for. They're just asking for stuff. But everybody's trying to ruin the good stuff on the internet.
Well, they're just doing that because they're a little sour that it didn't happen to them.
Well, that was the other thing. Everybody was saying, "Well, how come? Well, good for them, but what about the rest of us who don't get to see and get the VIP treatment?" And I'm always just like, okay, how can you? Why can't we just be happy for them getting a cool experience?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for them. I would have loved to be that child and actually have that entire VIP experience. But like, I think it's harmless. I mean,
I don't know, man.
They were lucky enough to be acknowledged.
This is what needs to happen. They can't do this again.
Cannot. You can't do this again. You are done.
You know what? They may do this every now and then whenever they go to a basketball game, but I don't think they're ever going to have the same experience again because they already went through it. Okay,
how are you going to have a better experience than going out to dinner with Jimmy Butler?
And it's already publicized. There's no way it's going to happen somewhere else, and it's going to be like second nature to them. It's not going to be anything special anymore.
Joel says, I literally told my nephew we should try this.
I see. I'm telling you, dude.
That was my point yesterday. Is that I believe the kids. I do think that they actually flew a long way to see Jimmy Butler. I believe that the kid loves Jimmy Butler. But this is going to start a thing where people are going to try and guilt stars because they're not playing. And I would say if you're an NBA star, like, what does Jimmy Butler get for a game check? It's got to be like at least hundreds of thousands of probably more. What does he make?
Yeah.
40 million a year.
Let's find out.
So he makes what, 2 million a game?
Oh my god, he's worth it. Love that
Look,
guy.
you know what? It's okay. They're kids.
Per game. Oh, that's not too bad. Only oh my gosh. No, it's not that bad. It's 459,000 per game.
Okay. So how much does it cost to go to dinner and
Oof.
give a couple of jerseys?
Yeah.
The jerseys and the basketball free.
Free.
And then
The shoes.
dinner at the best is probably like, let's just say it's amazing, couple grand.
Wow, I was gonna say $9,000.
What?
Even
What do you think? The kid's getting
You
know what?
Ace of
Let's see the
Spades?
picture again. I
don't know. Carbone, dude.
That's
Carbone
not
is
Carbones.
expensive.
No.
Kid's having a Coke
I don't know, man. It's Shirley Temple. I
for
don't know.
refills.
How much is
Well,
Shirley
that's
Temple?
the cousins look pretty old, so they're
Inflation or
not having
something.
Coke.
Eggs are expensive. I don't know. Okay, so $2,000.
Look, Dade South. Math is not my thing. All right.
Same,
Back
just
off.
Trying to correct your math.
Lashing out.
Big difference from 2 million. Whatever, dude. Whatever.
Whatever, dude.
Whatever.
I mean, like, it really, if you break it down by the games Jimmy actually plays, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
And it's
probably
not
like
too
2
far
million.
off. It's only a quarter of what he
Either way, you know, good for Jimmy Butler and the Heat. They still did really good by these people.
Yes, for sure. And that's
Yeah.
what's most important.
That is what's most important.
Yeah.
However,
Mm-hmm.
this better be the last time.
Last time, kid.
All right.
Good try.
You've rolled the dice. You've played fan Powerball
I'm
and
not
you hit the
doing that.
jackpot.
Let's say like my previous employer like gave me like a snack of some sort. If my next employer was like, "Do you want a free meal?" I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, well, they gave me a snack previously." You know?
Or they give you one like, you know what, my other job make you a lot better than
So
that.
I'm telling you,
Oh.
As
kid
long as
got
they don't
lucky.
go to like Orlando next and be like Paulo Banquero. we
Oh,
flew
gosh. We-
we flew 4,700 miles to
Yeah.
get here from Argentina.
Would you double down if you're the kid at this point?
Maybe.
I may do that actually. Just go
You
ahead,
know
do it.
what? Miami Heat, you're an amazing organization.
Yes,
They are.
Organization.
Yes,
You know
for
what?
sure.
They are.
Good
Good
for
job.
you.
Good job for sure. Good
And
credit.
It made us all very happy.
look, if
Give
here's
me
the,
a little tear and a goosey.
as long as the kid just doesn't do this to any other you're a Heat fan now, okay?
Yeah.
No flirting out there with
Yeah.
anybody
Yeah.
else.
Though. I can't
Be
have you
loyal.
doing it for rivals.
Right.
and
You
stuff.
can't you don't get to go and
Mhm.
you can't say, go to Philadelphia and try this move with Joel Embiid. All right.
Oh my
You Heat life for now. All right, Felipe. That's the rules.
Felipe, don't. If I see you outside of wherever Jason Tatum is, I'm gonna break your legs, Felipe.
Whoa, take it easy.
No, no,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
hypothetically, I'm sorry. Hypothetically, possibly.
It's just like I better not see you in a Kevin Durant jersey. All right.
Oh my god.
Like, don't pull this move when you go to Brooklyn. You're a Heat fan now, Heat lifer. That's it. And that's that.
That's that
Enjoy the game tomorrow because I'm sure you're going to be there courtside.
for sure.
We'll take a break. We will get into some more into the Heat as they got a game coming up tomorrow. Back after this.
AFC
15 minutes of your Miami Heat.
Broward Health, celebrating 85 years of service to our community. Then, now, forever. Broward Health.
All right, welcome back. 15 minutes of Heat here for you. Miami Heat, they're practicing today, which is rare.
Wait, why?
They had 2 days off.
Oh.
So they took off yesterday, and they're practicing today.
Well, that's good.
They don't. There's not a lot of practices in the NBA.
That's strange, It's such a big part of football. Obviously, there's a 1 game a week kind of vibe, so I get it.
I think it's just like the nature. Like if you only have 1 day off between games, they don't practice.
Rest nowadays in all sports.
It's all rest.
It's
all rest. So
a lot of injuries still, though.
Well, yeah, that's the whole Kevin Durant, Sam Van Gundy thing, right? The Van Gundys really were like, hey, what's going on here? Because even he was doing that during the Heat Lakers game where he was like, we ever think about doing the opposite with all these rest days?
Yeah, just weren't you upset though that Mark Jackson was just in agreement? And I think
well, Mark Jackson famously had the thing where LeBron was cramping and he said, you got to tell your body, not now. I'll talk to you tomorrow, which is a ridiculous thing to say.
Yeah, sometimes Leroy did it.
And then his tibia said, bleep you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically what went down. So the Heat are on the practice court. I don't usually like jinxing, guess because I don't know if they're gonna happen. We may get Haywood Highsmith on the show today after his big time performance.
Nice.
But that won't be until like the second half of the show because they have practice. No promises, but I know that he will at least ask and see if he can hop on with us. So that should be cool. If we do get Haywood Highsmith on the show, would like to talk to him about basically locking up Jason Tatum because Jason Tatum is 2 for 14 against him on the season.
Wow,
he's got his number.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
He's got his number too.
He's a good defender.
It's a good defender.
Yeah.
Last night in the NBA, a lot of cool things. You had Joel Embiid and the Sixers beat the Nets, and Ben Simmons, who of course was getting serenaded with bleep Ben Simmons chants. That's basically like saying hello in Philadelphia
for sure.
Did you see Joel Embiid did the DX suck it celebration again?
Is that his thing?
That's apparently his thing. That is his thing. But Jimmy Butler has called for him to be fined $75,000.
That makes that makes sense.
Yep.
I mean, Jimmy was fine.
And Jimmy wasn't even playing.
Yeah, he was on the bench.
That was crazy. Jimmy Butler. I mean, Jimmy Butler's on the bench, and Max Strus was doing good things, and Jimmy Butler just made love to the air.
Yeah.
And they fined him.
Yep.
And so he has called on Instagram for Joel Embiid to be fined $75K.
Hey, man. I mean, you got to keep it equal, right?
What's fair is fair.
What's fair is fair.
What's fair is fair, dude.
Don't just leave those things in Miami.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't just be here not fining things that are inappropriate. I saw that Kevin Durant didn't like it, though. Kevin Durant said it was a trash celebration by Joel Embiid.
Yep.
And Joel Embiid responded by putting a montage of his suck it celebrations on top of Kevin Durant. So it's very mature, Joel Embiid.
Yeah, for sure. I
feel like if you're Kevin Durant, you got to go tip of the cap.
Yeah, for sure. Kevin Durant tweeting up a storm yesterday during the game.
He was. But you had to know that was going to come. I mean, like he's not going to sit here and he's gonna sit here and just oh, you think you could just call my celebration trash? Of course you had to know the montage was coming, KD.
Yeah.
You had to know.
He's perfect for Philly.
Joel Embiid?
Yeah.
Especially, look, he does flop a lot though, dude. It's really ridiculous.
For a person that big, dude.
How's a person that big? Like Bam is not his size,
Yeah.
He doesn't flop
at all.
Joel Embiid is the clumsiest big man I've ever seen in my life. He falls all over the place all the time.
For sure.
And then yesterday, Dame Lillard, he had a 60-point game.
60-point game.
Yep. They won 134-124 over the Blazers. Dame Doll, I think it's his third career 60-point game.
Yeah, I think he definitely moved into third place. I think I saw a stat.
Pretty sick.
Like Kobe's above him with like 8 or something like that. But then above that is like Wilt Chamberlain with 39. And I'm like, come on. Can we just...
Wilt Chamberlain.
I'm so sick of that.
Why?
Because who was he playing against, man? Me? He played against
a Hundy, though.
Okay, I'll give him a Hundy. Hundy is always going to be impressive. I don't care if you're playing Pee-wee basketball. But
I feel like you don't feel like in today's day and age, it's crazy that Wilt did it, though, because you think in today's day and age, somebody could definitely hit 100. The only thing that probably keeps it is people either want to rest their stars or they feel like it's just going for a little too much. But it's pretty crazy that, with 81 by Kobe, the 70 by Devin Booker, 71 by Donovan Mitchell, Nobody's touched that, huh?
Not even close.
Is
too.
LeBron still 61? Like, I think his Heat record is still his record. It's pretty crazy. LeBron's never done it. Never hit a
It's not
70
his
mark.
style, though. You know, he's gonna pass the ball kind of guy.
Not his style. He's gonna be the number one. He's gonna be the all-time leading scorer.
He got lucky.
Speaking of the Blazers, did you see the story the other day about the Athletic did a really good piece? They interviewed Justice Winslow. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Oh, you know, I did actually, where he was talking about his dark times in Miami.
He had a lot of dark times in
I didn't
Miami,
realize
apparently. Like,
that,
he was
man.
dealing with, he had a lot of injuries down here in Miami, but apparently said like he felt a lot of pressure of, being the 19-year-old draft pick and being the highest draft pick they've had since Dwayne Wade and thinking that he was going to take the torch. The reason I bring it up is Spo was like quoted in the article a lot.
Yeah.
Because, Justice was going through such hard times that his brother and him like got into a fight because apparently like he wanted to take him on a vacation and Justice like wasn't leaving the house and hadn't shaved in days, and Spo had like visited him and called his brother and said, "Hey, I think you gotta check on Justice," and things like that.
Yeah.
And apparently like him and Spo would like butt heads a lot during the season because he wasn't like in his role or how he was being used. But I thought it was really cool because one of the things is Eric Spoelstra apparently, and Justice said this, like changed his life with the thing that he did where he goes and meets him, I believe it was in California, and he brings this pro surfer with him. And what they do is they do these drills of like taking and holding a weight underwater and like not freaking out. Like you have to like sit there at the bottom. And Spo was apparently like freaking out, like because of this is a crazy drill. You're like holding a weight, holding yourself underwater. But apparently Justice Winslow like took that, and he said like it turned his life around of like finding that thrill of like pushing yourself physically. So I just thought it was a really cool thing to see because like, a lot of the times, Spo is just it's game.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty awesome thing that he was really involved with his draft picks, personal life.
Yeah, mental health.
And, did something that he genuinely said like changed his outlook on life because, up in that, he was, he said he was, drinking a lot. He was, just kind of living the party life down here and all that type of stuff, which is not, we don't get a lot of that insight down here in Miami. Like I know that there were some things of like Justice on like role and things like that, that when he was with the team, but to hear that he got that kind of reach out from Eric Spoelstra was a really cool thing. It's by you can search The Athletic and search Justice Winslow because there's a lot more in depth of that. But I thought from a Heat standpoint, that was the coolest thing from the Heat head coach to go do that for the former first round pick who's now with the Blazers. He is hurt.
I think he was having a good season though prior to that, right?
He was having a good season, and he also said that like they actually I think talked to him while this ankle injury was happening, and it said like I can just handle this better. Like when I would get injured, I would get super depressed and I couldn't handle it. But now he's a father now, and he just has a better perspective on life. But
good, man, that's good to hear.
He goes to that point of Spo being the one who really turned things around for him. So that was a cool thing. I would recommend Heat fans checking that out on the former first round pick. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, our Tua. We hear from Tua's parents. Tua Tagovailoa. Is he going to play next year? They solve that mystery. That's next.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food. Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. We got a pair of tickets for you guys to win to see the Heat take on the Pacers at Miami-Dade Arena on Wednesday, February 8th. So be tuned in for that. We'll give that away. But let's get to some headlines here, brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Thank you, Jay Fig. Did you guys see that the Bengals have apparently given some bulletin board material to the Chiefs? Do you know what they refer to, Jennifer, the Bengals? Do you know what they refer to the Chiefs stadium as? Arrowhead Stadium? Ooh.
No, tell us.
They call it Burrowhead Stadium. That's not a -1. That's actually what they call it.
Wow.
They're calling it Burrowhead Stadium.
I don't like you telling me that's not a -1.
Well, it's not my joke.
Okay, no, I'm not saying it was.
It's not my joke. I don't want you to think like, oh, that's Tobin being lame. That's genuinely what they're calling it.
-1.
Why?
For sass.
I don't know. It just got aggressive. But yes, he has been dominant there. So
he is good. He is good on the road.
Yeah.
I don't know about this Joe Burrow though. I kind of want him knocked down a peg.
Yeah, I feel
But
you.
I got to root against the Chiefs, right? Because I don't want
rough.
Tyreek Hill. I don't want them winning a championship without Tyreek Hill.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So I got to root for Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
But I don't want. Do I have to root for Philadelphia? Because I'm trying to think about my petty power rankings here.
Damn, this is rough.
And in my
Then
petty
you
power,
say you're over petty.
No way.
I somewhat in weight.
Somewhat.
In
We're doing a
somewhat
power rankings right
in a power ranking of petty.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Number 1. I got to root against the Chiefs because
number 1, huh?
I'm Team Cheetah.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
we were MCs at his event.
For sure. For sure.
Mhm.
So Chiefs, I want them to lose the Super
Yeah.
Bowl more than anybody else.
Mhm.
Number 2, would I go San Francisco because I don't want them to win without McDaniel?
Yeah, it's rough.
You know, and that's enough of it. Let's be honest. Aren't we done with this Brock Purdy?
Oh my god.
It's enough of him already.
Turn into a pumpkin already, dude.
So I think they're number 2 for me.
Okay. So this is just so far as your affiliation to the Dolphins and your love for the Dolphins is your first 2 petty.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All
and
right.
then I really don't like that city of Philadelphia.
That's what I'm thinking, dude.
But I don't
That's
really
what I'm
care about the Eagles. It's
Okay.
not, there's no
You know-
football hate for them.
And
Okay.
look,
If this was baseball, I
Yeah.
hate them. If it was the
basketball?
Sixers,
Oh yeah.
hate them. I'm not really fond of the Flyers either.
All right.
The Eagles,
Yeah.
I don't really have a problem with them.
I got a secret affection for them.
Unless
Yeah.
there's a Jalen Hurts Tua thing here, you know. So I think I gotta go for the Bengals.
So you want the Bengals to win it all, huh?
But then there's a Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle
I
thing.
know. And then that whole Joe Burrow,
But both Joe Burrow
Yeah.
and Jamar Chase were taken before the Dolphins tandem,
Yes.
whereas Tua replaced Jalen Hurts in college.
True.
I think I'm rooting for the Bengals.
All right. So there you go.
But I really would like Joe Burrow knocked down a peg.
okay. So
But I don't know how to do that with the other teams winning.
Really gonna try to set that up there. I
This
don't
is
know.
tough.
This
This
is
is
rough.
tough. Who do I root against? Because
Tobin's petty sounds exhausting. I mean, I'm pretty exhausted with
it
that
is
little
pretty
ranking right there.
I know
It's rough.
this is quite the conundrum. I
Yeah.
wish Trevor Lawrence was still here. You know, I could have just rooted
Oh,
for him.
gosh.
I could have just rooted for him.
Then we would have
Crazy.
we would have never let you live that down.
Why?
You would have had to wear the jersey every day.
You would have had to wear that wig all over.
I think I
again.
would have rooted for them over anybody else.
Okay, that makes sense. You know, you've
I
already.
want you to mark that so Leroy
Yeah.
later on.
Why?
hears that.
Yeah, you know what? That's right. We gotta.
Why do you want me to
wanna
answer for
see-
my crimes so
I want to
much?
see his reaction because you're different too.
She's a judge.
Dude, I answer for my crimes.
She's on.
You guys had it. It doesn't. Just because my crimes turn out positive.
Yeah.
That's not my fault.
They look pretty sweet in that wig.
Did you see how Shaq answered for his crimes the other day?
With Rui Hachimura?
Where he had the little hair,
What
little
was
wig.
that?
No, I didn't see that. What happened?
No, we have to get the photo. I'm gonna get.
I sent it to you guys.
He had some sort of hairpiece on.
He
his
had a
head. I
little
did see that.
hairpiece
Well,
right
you want to
here.
know why I didn't see it?
Yeah.
Because Marcos ruins the group chat.
No,
That's why.
That's right. I did hear that
Yeah.
conversation.
Ruins the group chat. That's
Yeah.
why.
Back at this. Why
You
is
ruin
it-
every group chat.
back at this
It's
again?
actually very hard to
Okay. It's not
read stuff
that
on that
hard,
group
guys.
chat. And you're correct when you're trying to send links to us.
Yeah.
It's just blank.
Just a normal link, guys.
No, it's nothing. And it won't even tell you what it is.
Yeah.
You have to click it. And then sometimes I get scared to click it.
Okay. Well, I mean, what is Tobin sending that you're so? It's a Twitter thing.
You
never
never know.
know.
You never
There
know.
you go.
What?
Speaking of,
Hard to tell.
this was kind of hard to say.
Hard to say.
This is kind of cool. So the Marlins are teasing coming on up.
Ooh.
Special announcement from Jeff Conine for FanFest.
Whoa.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Why is that?
Why would they tease?
Because
Why would they do that?
Jeff Conine, he's new partner with Bruce Sherman, which, by the way,
Yeah.
way better having Jeff Conine here than Derek Jeter. Let me just say,
yeah, for sure.
you know,
I mean, he's Mr. Marlin.
he's Mr. Even though I don't think he likes that
He
moniker.
doesn't like it, which makes me sad.
So they have this thing
Make
where
it
they're
right.
announcing FanFest, which is February 11th, free for fans to attend at Marlins Park.
I like that.
And there's a whole list of things they're going to do, right?
Okay.
And it says you got selfie stations with the Marlins. There's Marlins alumni appearances, including live interviews. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You get to watch 22, the documentary of Sandy Alcantara.
Ooh.
You could do fielding drills on the field. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
If you if your kid's a sports fan.
Yeah. Playing
Yeah.
baseball's fun.
Drone
Watching it,
racing.
not so much.
Drone
Wait,
racing.
what's
Behind the
name
scenes. I always love that with FanFest when I would go.
Yeah.
I love getting to see the batting cages in the clubhouse. I always thought that was a cool thing. But then at the end,
Yeah.
it says surprise announcement from Jeff Conine.
I did see that.
And here's the kicker.
Yeah.
All of the text is normal, black on white text,
Mm-hmm.
as if you were writing a paper or a press release.
Which I do.
But what?
Wow.
You're not a publicist.
Nope.
Why would you say that?
Don't know. Got lost in the sauce.
What is wrong with you?
At the end.
Yep.
The surprise announcement from Jeff Conine,
Mm-hmm.
written in teal.
Whoa!
Why would they do that?
Why would they?
Why would they do
You
that?
know what?
Why would they
If
do
Leroy
that?
was here, he'd be like, "Why are you reading into it?"
No, come on though.
But why would they do
Why
that?
would they
But
do
why
that?
would they do that,
Why
Jennifer?
would they do that?
Are they going back? A lot of people theorizing.
Ooh.
Are they going back to their throwback uniforms?
Why would they do that?
Are they going to finally bring back? Is Bruce Sherman going to have his first W as Marlins owner and bring back the teal?
Man.
And then yesterday, there was
more.
National Florida Day.
It was.
And on the
How'd you celebrate?
Instagram, call it an iguana.
Nice.
What?
Appropriate.
They put like this. They put the throwbacks on the
See this.
IG. You know.
They posted that?
They posted that.
Whoa.
You know. So
Love
Why would
those.
they do that?
makes old Tobes here think
Yep.
Jeff Conine's gonna go and bring back those uniforms.
There you go, man.
Well done,
That
Niner.
was good journalism from you.
Yeah. Let's put them butts in seats.
Boots on the gram.
You go, boy.
It's not gonna put butts in seats,
Yeah.
but we're gonna
Well.
look sweet as hell.
Yeah.
We're gonna look sweet as hell.
Never really liked these Miami Marlins.
I didn't
things.
either. They
Yeah.
just never.
Eh,
I don't know.
eh.
It's Jeter's idea,
That's why.
and they went to the Miami Marlins ones. They had like 9 colors.
Yeah.
There was some combinations that looked kind of cool. I like the black jerseys,
Mm.
but I just I know I sound like an old head on this. I get
No,
it.
these are nice. Though.
I like
The red ones were nice. The ones
Oh yeah, I saw them. But I mean, is that even our color? What is our color? I
No.
don't even know what we look like anymore.
right now our color. Are you talking about the Sugar Kings?
yeah.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
I really
do.
like
those were
those.
nice.
I do like those. I
Yeah.
do like those.
Although
Those
I
city
feel
editions.
robbed that I didn't get one. What? What's
What?
that? Because they gave only and Dave the couple, and
Did
I'm
they?
the sports guy. I figured the sports guy would
That
get
would be
one.
nice. You would
It
think.
would be nice, but
You
it's
would
okay.
think that they would be. Why would they do that?
Why would they do that?
They
Why would they do that?
I see personally. I hope they bring back the vest too. I love a good baseball vest. As does Triple M.
Yes.
Does love the
He
vest.
does.
Merch, man. That's gonna be my thing
I
for
miss
this
his
year.
appearing.
Yeah, me too.
He may be coming back.
I mean, it seems like we're getting a lot of
Tell him
Marlins
we
love.
miss him.
If you see him, please tell him we miss him.
Yeah.
I will tell him that.
Yeah, please.
I will tell him that.
Really nice.
Yep. Anyway,
Let's
let's
get
get to some-
Gene. Isn't there a new nickname?
That's what Peter Pratt told us from Locked On
So
Marlins.
he's gotta come back.
Mean Gene Segura.
I like it.
Mean Gene Segura. You know. So, how about this? Vic Fangio.
Ooh,
Apparently,
fangs.
this is according to Josina Anderson, longtime NFL reporter, that apparently at this interview wasn't just an interview.
Whoa.
They were talking terms.
Oh.
They were talking terms about Fangs taking over the defense.
dotting I's and crossing T's.
It sounds at least very much like dotting I's. I don't know if they got to crossing T's.
Not
Let's
yet.
not.
Let's not get too far.
Don't get carried away.
My fault.
But
Yeah.
according to Josina Anderson, Vic Fangio is the lead candidate. The quote unquote interview will be more than that, expected to discuss terms and conditions. Mike McDaniel has a strong affinity for him, which we have heard. Again, we'll see what Fangio's response is. And when we had the Jeff Darlington yesterday, where he's like,
yeah.
do you have that? Where he said, I don't know if it's going too far. Little rascal. He's teasing us. Where he's like, I don't know if this is going too far. But it was on Joe Rose yesterday, and he was like, I'd be surprised if he wasn't the guy.
I don't want to go too far here, but I would be surprised, honestly, at this point if that might be going too far. But I just think that I think there's a decent likelihood that this could happen.
Why would they do that?
How would you say that?
He knew
So-
something, dude.
It sounds like it sounds like that McDaniel has his guy. Just I guess a matter of does he want to do it? Old as hell.
Yeah. That's the only drawback though that I get. Like
That
I know
he's
he's
old as
not
hell?
he's not a great head coach. We know that.
Yeah.
And he's old as hell. That's the only drawback. But if he's old as hell,
It's not a drawback that he's old as hell. It's just my only question is, does he want? I mean, like it's not like he's Chan Gailey.
Yeah.
It's not like that. But I just wonder, like, does he want does he want to get back into coaching after getting to the top? You're a grinder all those times, and you finally get there. Does it go your way? It sounds like if he wanted it would have been happening last year. So why would he divert away? Like, what could have possibly happened in the interview? Did he like sneeze in Stephen Ross's hand? Like something really would have had to gone bad in that interview.
It's a good custom. You got to do that in certain countries. Just
Really?
No,
Just
he's
to
making
lock
that
it up.
up.
No, you do that. No, I've heard that before. Something like that.
Give me your sources.
Apparently the Jets have hired Nathaniel Hackett as their offensive coordinator.
Wow.
Which the reason this could be interesting.
Well,
are they going to stick with Zach Wilson, or are they going to go for Aaron Rodgers? Packers connection.
Packers connection. Wow. So you think? Yeah, actually, that makes sense. Aaron Rodgers has been playing.
It is kind of something though that the Jets always seem to land the most embarrassing coach as their next coach.
Yeah.
Adam Gase, embarrassing exit out of Miami. You know where it should be the head coach? The Jets.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have Hackett, who was fired in like 3 weeks.
Yep.
Let's make him the offensive coordinator.
He got demoted very quickly.
Because if I'm going to take a former Broncos coach,
yeah,
give me Fangs over Hackett all day, dude.
For sure.
Give me Fangs over Hackett.
Yep.
Not even a question. But he is, that news broke within the hour. Thanks to the head nod. Schmeithen.
Yeah, I did see that actually. Schmeithen, man, breaks news sometimes.
Schmeithen and also somebody else before him.
Yeah, some
Or
sources.
Schmeithen. Don't know what Schmeithen is.
That's always a good thing, though. Like, if you feel like you're going to have an inside track, that's why, like, with the Browns, Stefanski couldn't hire Brian Flores. Couldn't. Because if he did, Deshaun Watson was going to get him fired.
For sure.
And Flores is going to be head coach of the Browns.
Writing on the wall as soon as he enters the building.
Is Brian Flores the only job that he's interviewed for, though, for head coach, I think, is the Cardinals so far. I'm surprised. Yeah. Hasn't gotten no gigs for him yet.
Is that everyone still scared as far as like
it could be?
There's our boy Ian Rappaport. It's not our boy. Brian Flores to interview with Vikings for vacant defensive coordinator job, but I don't know, man.
Well, we'll get into Brian Flores' favorite, Tua. Some
Oh,
some
yeah.
news out of Tua land. We'll get to that coming up next. All right, welcome back. Tobin Leroy. Leroy getting an MRI on the cracked tibia. Wishing our buddy the best. Yikes.
I know he hasn't said it, so there's no way maybe that we would know, but I'm assuming that's like, is that surgery? Is that going to be like require surgery or something? Or is that like a cast situation and it'll heal? A little bit of glue.
Well, that's what today was for. He was going to figure all of that out today. They were going to tell him.
A little bit of dirt, maybe. Rub a little dirt on it.
Football, man.
Football.
Speaking of football, Tua. All right. What's going on with his future? First, he puts out a tweet, talks about next chapter. Then he clarifies said tweet. Says next season.
Mm-hmm.
So his parents were at some event. Looks like the Polynesian Football Hall of Fame, right?
Wow.
And this news station caught up with him and asked him some questions about Tua's future. And this is what they had to say. Can you bring this up here, J-Fig?
Your prayer is truly amazing, and I mean, not only not only locally in the United States, but globally. I mean, across the globe, everyone was just praying, in agreement for his healing and just for our healing as well. As parents, we don't ever want to see our children hurt. So just the prayers have been so comforting, and we're so grateful.
He's great. He's doing fine. He's happy. And that's the most important thing, right? As parents, you like to see your kids, a smile on their face when you walk into their house and their home. But he's doing great, and we thank you guys for everything, man. The support, Hawaii, Samoa, New Zealand, globally. Those of you that supported our son and us and our family, thank you so much. Thank you.
Is there any doubt that he comes back and plays football next year?
Oh, he comes back.
Yeah,
he comes back. You know what I'm saying? And that's their guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They love him. We love them and what they're doing and how they're, helping him with his recovery and everything else, trying to get him back. Still going through his protocol, but, man, we're grateful for them, too. Very thankful for Miami, the organization, the owner, and so is Greer and, as a GM, then head coach Mike. That guy's special. Very special head coach.
There you go. That's KHON Sports. But all good things. All good things.
I like that.
All good things. And you know what? Tua gets the way that Tua talks, he gets it from his father.
Oh, yeah. You can definitely see that.
Yeah.
You can definitely see that.
Raised well, man. Raised well.
But it was, I'm glad because, God, that Tom Brady stuff was annoying the last couple of days. Oh,
seriously.
Just like,
yeah.
And you know what? It's going to be interesting with this whole Nathaniel Hackett thing because if the Jets do get Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be looking at everybody. Are you sure you want to go this way? Because you're going to be looking at this Dolphins team with these weapons, and they'll be like, "Are you sure you want to go at this with Tua?" And I just think it's like, man, it's kind of funny. You're looking at a division right now where I really do feel like if the Dolphins sure things up on defense, I think they're going to be, I really think they're going to be fine going into next year. Like, I'm not looking at the Bills. I hope that people change their perception of them going into this year because, first of all, people looked at them like they were the Super Bowl favorite all year, and the Dolphins were right there with them. Backup quarterback, Tua's quarterback. You had 3 games razor thin. Now you got their GM sitting there lashing out because he's like, well, I don't want to suck that bad to get Jamar Chase. Well, all right, dummy. Well, you can sit here and you can mock them, but they're moving on farther than you have. And then he probably looks within that division and sees, man, look at the weapons the Dolphins got all over the place. Diggs seems to hate Josh Allen's guts. He's already whining about new quarterback quarterback contract and things like that. A real excuse maker. So you got them. Patriots, look, dude, you could have Bill O'Brien, you could have any O'Brien, O'Malley, O'Keefe that you want to come in there. They ain't fixing Mac Jones. Dude sucks.
Yep.
He sucks. And wouldn't you like to go at this with the situation of, yeah, the guy's concussion thing was super scary this year, but neurologists, people who study this stuff say he can be okay, that if he has the proper rest, he's not going to be more susceptible. Certainly they got to figure out to not fall on the back of his head the way that he does because it's all happened the same way. But, man, this offense was fun this year. I mean, I really had a good time watching them for the most part this year. Yeah, there were some adjustments that seemed to be made. I would have liked to see him work out those things. But then I do think back to that Bills game. I'm like, man, they were everybody was thinking he was going to be a disaster in that one too. And I just would like to see what this looks like, with another year. I think I'm more intrigued by that than I am getting some old quarterback or some guy that is, you think, going to be a slight improvement, maybe. And, Lamar Jackson, you're going to have to pay a lot of money if that happens soon. First of all, I don't think he's leaving Baltimore. I think that they're going to do at least franchise him and pay him oodles of money that way. I don't think he's leaving Baltimore. So I think Dolphin fans just got to embrace the fact that, the dude's going to be the quarterback this year. This is not, I don't feel like this is that deception of, oh, they're just saying this. They're just putting this out there. They put a lot into this guy this year, and he did make improvements, and he did take a leap, and this team did do some exciting things on the football field. They did make the playoffs. Everything else, all this other speculation that people want to put up there, the Florios, the Sims, all these dum-dums out there, the Cowherds, it all feels like it's a waste of time because the guy's coming back.
Yeah, look, the first year that Tua took the reins, I'm not gonna lie, he made some questionable decisions sometimes. There'd be some throws where I'd be like, Tua, what was that even? Like, what are you even doing?
He had some head scratches for sure.
For sure. I think, obviously, you have Tyreek Hill, so that's going to improve a lot of things, but his decision-making, his accuracy, his comfortable, just his comfortable nature in this offense, all those things improve, man. If you want to deny that happened this season, then you're not looking at the facts.
I just think that people are there were people that were starting to get converted over because they had already decided that the guy had sucked and they didn't believe in him and they didn't think he was any good. I mean, look, he admitted to broadcasters that was the case this year, that he had to look at him and, do I suck? Am I not good? That's how broken that he was. And I think that when you do let your guard down and you think a guy is no good and you're like, all right, maybe he's going to convince me. And then all of a sudden he does something stupid. You're like, knew it the whole time, which I could relate to. Did this with Trevor Lawrence. Why are you shaking your head, J-Fig?
That's flip-floppery.
It's not flip-floppery. Yes, it's acknowledging your mistakes, answering for your crimes.
So you admit that you are answering for your crimes?
I did answer for my crimes.
That apology didn't convince.
I want you to go to a Jags game and say, I flew 5,000 miles, and then you need to wear the wig. And if you don't get a locker room tour, then you're done.
We'll have to bring Tommy because no one's giving me a locker room tour as a grown-ass man.
For sure. In a wig.
He's gonna have he's gonna look like a little Brett Michaels.
Exactly.
Trevor Lawrence. I don't know why I made him ACDC.
Yeah,
but anyway, no, it is good to hear though that he is gonna be back.
It's very good to hear.
That is that's Goosies, dude. Guy says, I'm good with Tua, but we need an upgrade at backup. I'll take a healthy Tua as much as I can, but the games in between are a problem. Yeah. I think the Teddy Bridgewater thing was a nice thought. It was, but he was also not durable this year. I honestly think Skylar Thompson being the backup is fine. Like, I don't even understand this idea. Tua doesn't need a mentor. Tua doesn't need a leader, a guy who to lean on anymore. He's got the experience. He knows the offense. In fact, it's going to be the first time he's going to be able to stay in an offense and learn more and just kind of go off with his relationship with Mike McDaniel and all that. Why do the Dolphins need to go and spend a lot of money on a quarterback? That seems silly to me. I feel like if anything, you guys spent a 7th round pick on Skylar Thompson. You sat here and told us we were told we were idiots if we want to keep him. If you were told you were idiots to keep Skylar Thompson, that you'd be idiots to let Skylar Thompson go rather. If you were told that, then by year 2 he needs to be good to go as your backup quarterback.
For sure.
That needs to be the case.
Yeah.
And he needs to be able to figure out in those situations that, to not be so scatterbrained and not be so hesitant to pull the trigger. That's what needs to happen. You develop that case because, look, I think ultimately if you get into a situation where Tua isn't able to play, you got that young quarterback right there. All right, let's see what he's got. And I know he's not young because he's older than Tua, but you know what I mean, and an experience. That's where it needs to be. El Borre says Tua needs to retire. Well, thank you for coming.
Schmieden says, well, of course, he starts off with Tobin, you're an idiot.
Of course.
But then he says, bring Tannehill home.
No.
No, you're not. No. Okay.
I
bring
think
him
he's
home where?
just trying to
Bring him home where?
on.
Pulling some
Come
strings
on,
there.
little backup. Little backup
Wait,
action.
dude. Ryan
Derek
Tannehill
Carr?
is the backup. Get
Right.
the hell out of here.
Derek Carr?
Aren't you sick of Ryan Tannehill?
No.
Why would you want that?
Still, you know he used to be a wide receiver.
I do know that. That's what I heard. I heard that. But no, I don't want Ryan Tannehill back. Get the bricks, dude.
Come on.
Give me a McCown brother or like a
What? Really?
yeah, or like a
You'd
Colt
rather take
McCoy,
He's gonna become a coach. Colt McCoy.
ultimate backup. You know,
Nah. Chad Henne, he's been getting a lot of love recently.
of course he has. But no,
No.
I feel like once you're the franchise quarterback,
Yeah.
there's no going back to the old franchise.
Come on.
Nah, you're not allowed.
Love
No,
nostalgia.
not allowed. Nah, no,
Ah,
not that
come on.
nostalgia.
Little
That it makes me nauseous. That nostalgia. I don't want Henny back.
Yeah, he can
I
stay
don't
over
want
there.
Tannehill
Come
back.
on.
No way, dude.
Call up the gang. Get them all together again. Matt Moore, is he available?
Guy says, you want to bring Flacco as a backup? No, but I bet his
Nah.
kids do because then he can meet Tyreek Hill some more.
Sure. Traitors, man.
that
Backstabbers.
listen, that kid has balls on him.
Yeah.
Imagine like, I don't know. This kid goes, if this kid's going there and he's like, oh, hey, Dad, we're going to get big game against the Dolphins. He goes, yeah, where's your number 5 jersey? I don't know, sorry.
Who
Is
bought
that a
that?
Tyreek Hill jersey? You know we're playing them today. Joe Flacco didn't want to be there.
Nah.
He didn't want to be there. That's just the facts of it.
I mean, he's still cashing in a check, living the dream.
He's being who he is.
Yep. I give him credit, man. I don't know if I necessarily want him as my backup, but fine, Joe Flacco. What about Baker Mayfield? You don't want anybody.
I don't.
dude.
I just think go with Skylar Thompson. I think
Yeah.
that's fine.
But I don't know. Didn't he get injured a couple times or something?
He
like
got lit up
that?
a couple times, but I think that was because I think that was because the line got depleted by the end. I don't feel like he's like an injury prone. Like he was trying to gut some stuff out. But no, I don't. I feel like just go with your young guy. What are we doing here? We're gonna go and get some guy that you kind of heard of. No,
Yeah.
that seems unbelievably stupid.
Have we gotten to the era in which a team must keep 3 quarterbacks? You look at Brock Purdy right now. I don't know if there's any other situations around the league that goes down to 3, but are people like supposed to be keeping 3 quarterbacks now? Is that a thing?
No, I don't think so. I think that was
Just
an
these
odd thing.
suitcases?
I think that was an odd thing for the Dolphins to do that.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like the first thing you had off of Skylar Thompson was he was amazing in preseason. Somebody was going to poach him because people are thirsting for quarterback.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like he's at that level now. Now I feel like people have seen him. I don't feel like anybody's going to poach him. So maybe you could stuff him on a practice squad somewhere. But I don't even feel like I think he did a good enough job to earn the backup job. I think that's fine. Teddy, the problem with Teddy was, when he got in there, he wasn't durable. He wasn't able to stay. I know there was the one Fugazi injury with that spotter and the concussion.
We
But
never
this,
saw again, by the way.
never saw it again. But this one with the finger, the hand, I'm ready to move on from that for this next upcoming season. We'll take a break. We'll mix things up. Marco's got a mixed bag for us going around. We'll get to that coming up next. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM is the channel there. Go subscribe. You get a notification every time we go live. Also streaming on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. And before the end of this hour, after a little Marcos mixed bag, we will give away a pair of tickets to Heat and Pacers for Wednesday, February 8th. Marcos, what do we got here today?
Today on Mixed Bags, we're going to start things off with our tin foil hats on. Do you have those on by any chance?
Only always.
Okay. DeMar Hamlin, heard of him?
Yes.
All right. Most recent Buffalo Bills game. Apparently, DeMar Hamlin there waving on his team, though he was wearing a hoodie the entire time, which has led to some internet conspiracies that maybe that was a body double. Maybe the Bills try to pull a fast one.
Oh, my God.
So, Josh Allen had a response to this criticism of these conspiracies, and this is what he had to say.
That's stupid. One, that's DeMar's swag. That's what he liked. He likes wearing that. Two, he was in the locker room with us pregame. So, yes, that was DeMar. There's absolutely zero chance. There's absolutely zero chance. That's DeMar Hamlin. That's our guy. That's our brother. He was with us pregame, postgame. He was up in the suite with his family, his little brother, 100%. So people need to stop.
I got it.
Stop it.
It's almost sad that he has to even answer something like that. Like, we've gotten to a point in a day and age where people are so in the wormhole of conspiracies and they just want to believe that, oh my God, DeMar Hamlin, it's a body double. It's the facts. It's all that. Dude.
I saw that and I felt uncomfortable reading it.
I was watching last night on HBO Real Sports. They were talking about cardiac arrest, how common it is. It happens every 3 or 4 days in high school sports.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Yeah, it happens. It happens probably like there's 100 incidents a year around our country that you have to have the 80, the shock thing. Like, it's not an uncommon thing, especially if you have an unknown ailment in your heart. But you know, we're in wackadoo times.
Yeah.
So it's sad that that Josh Allen even has to answer anything like that.
Was it him though? No, I'm kidding.
You would fall into that.
I could see it. No, like, you got to spot a real conspiracy when you see one, like those kids who fleeced Jimmy Butler for a vacation in Merch. That one. By the way, that was a good point. Yeah. So the other picture, JV, can you bring up the other picture of the kids? Now, somebody pointed this out. Are they in Orlando or are they in Golden State for this Magic and
Warriors? I saw
Warriors
the same
game?
thing where it's like, how are you 8,000 miles
That
away?
has to be in Golden State, yeah?
Yeah, the shirts that are actually on the seats, I saw the Warriors logo there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make
I thought the same thing too, though. I was like, I don't know, that math ain't math.
I feel like you don't even have to overplay it. It's like once you get to like 4,000, I think that's the magic number to let Jimmy Butler know you traveled far. They're going to be at that game tomorrow night. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Courtside.
Courtside.
They might be the honorary captains of the game.
Are you going to be there?
I will not.
Nah.
I will not. I got jujitsu tomorrow night with my son.
That's right.
When I say I have jujitsu, I have to watch my son jujitsu.
Yeah. But isn't that fun?
It is fun, actually. I enjoy it very much.
I like it.
Builds character.
Stuff like that builds character.
It does build character.
You won't be soft.
Parents there are annoying me though, dude. I got to be honest with you.
Really?
Why?
Because they all think they're little Hoist Gracies.
Okay.
You know, like, it's just like, you know what? Why don't you let the, you know what? I have a saying, J Fig. Let the coaches coach.
Yeah, that's good.
Sure.
Nice. You're not one of those parents that's like, you know, trying to do too much. And
I'm not.
annoying.
I'm not.
That's
I'm
great.
like let the coaches coach, do their thing. The only thing I've ever did was when his first season he did baseball, but it was a horse bleep league, and so like the coaches would show up, wouldn't show up. They were college kids, punks. Like, to do the commitment or don't.
Yeah.
And so I would like I like had to step in there and do some coaching. But I don't like doing that. I want him to, you know, listen to people, learn from other people, all that type of stuff. So
It's funny you say that. My brother, when he was in basketball practice, he had a coach, but then there is an assistant. And I went to school with that assistant. So I would look at him like, you phony.
Fake.
Fake.
You fraud. What else is in the mixed bag, Marcos?
Well, we briefly touched on this yesterday. Steph Curry just can't keep his mouthpiece in his mouth. Huh?
Crazy.
Yeah. This one was kind of crucial, though. This was in a matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies, I believe, in the last minute of the game. following an errant shot or like just a not smart shot from Jordan Poole. Steph Curry gets mad, throws his mouthpiece, gets ejected from the game. But this is kind of a two-part thing because I'm not sure if the announcer is a fan of Harry Potter, but I'm almost positive he may have casted a spell. Just listen for the spell as well as listen for the call. I don't know. I could be hearing things.
Warriors could have run some more clock there. Poole misfires, 116-114. A technical foul has been called on Curry. And he's been ejected. Gediminas Petritis ejected him. Gediminas Petritis has ejected Curry. A play ahead of the play, there was nothing going on there except the bench was jawing at Curry, and he's been ejected from the game. That's astounding. It's astounding. It's ridiculous.
I can see it.
Wow. He's very upset. I mean, you can hear the booing, so obviously.
Yeah, I get being upset with that. Here's the thing that's funny, though, with Steph Curry getting upset with Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
That's Steph Curry's fault.
Is it? I didn't even see the play.
Because you've made everybody think they can make every shot. You're the innovator of this.
No, that's
like,
true.
so everybody thinks that it's cool to pull up from whenever, because they all think they're you.
Yep.
So Steph Curry has nobody to blame but himself for that situation.
Yeah.
And also, keep your mouthpiece in. It's disgusting.
It
Steph
is
Curry.
disgusting.
You know,
it is disgusting. Post-COVID, you can't be doing that, dude. You're gross.
Can't be doing post-COVID, pre-COVID. It's gross.
I don't know. Pre-COVID, someone may.
The only time you can spit out a mouthpiece,
yeah,
is when you're trying to buy time from the referee.
Oh yeah,
because you're getting your ass kicked.
Yep.
Everybody knows that
for sure.
That classic move.
Mm-hmm.
Because the referee will call time out.
Oh, my mouthpiece.
My mouthpiece fell out.
Now the important thing, was that a spell or not?
Gediminas Petritis.
Come on, dude.
Gediminas Petritis.
Gediminas Petritis.
Jed is my. What is he saying?
Well, he said,
Gediminas Petritis.
I don't know.
like, he said it twice, so he definitely casted something.
That's the ref's name, I'm assuming, supposedly.
Gedimias
Petritis.
Gedimias tried us.
No,
I don't
he said it
know.
twice.
Gediminas Petritis.
Can you play the whole thing again?
Warriors could have run some more clock there. Poole misfires, 116-114. A technical foul has been called on Curry. And he's been ejected. Gediminas Petritis ejected him. Gediminas Petritis has ejected Curry. A play ahead of the play, there was nothing going on there.
What do you think?
I'm trying to figure out
Gediminas. Like, say it as you have a twig in your hand and something is being turned into something.
A twig?
Gediminas Petritis.
I have no idea who the hell that guy is.
That is not a ref, dude. That is not a name. It's a spell. He is casting a spell. I'm positive.
Gediminas Petritis
ejected him. That's
Ejected
what he
him.
said.
Ejected. So you have to like Leviosa.
Leviosa.
I don't know Harry Potter.
Gediminas Petritis.
Gediminas Petritis.
Well,
what else you got?
Moving on in the mixed bag. This is something that we've been seeing a lot of now that the matchup has been set for the NFC Championship. It is the Philadelphia Eagles and San Francisco 49ers. Jalen Hurts being the quarterback, star quarterback, Heisman winner. Did he win? I don't know. He was a candidate. I don't know if he won. I can't remember. Nonetheless, Brock Purdy, on the other hand, one of the Mr. Irrelevance of the draft last year, but has He's on a 7-game win streak, including the playoffs. Yep. So he's been doing well
against the Dolphins.
He's been getting a lot of love. And this thing that's been going on right now is everyone wants to go back to the game that Oklahoma played against whatever crazy school Brock Purdy went to, in which they had, an assortment of touchdowns and a multitude of yards. So now everyone thinks that that's what's going to happen this Sunday. And this is Brock Purdy talking about playing Jalen Hurts in college.
It was a fun college game. It was a great experience to go against, Jalen, and they had a great team, and he was making plays and stuff, and feel like we had to do the same to keep up and stay alive in that game as well. But, this is a different situation.
Can I just say, who the hell cares? How long ago?
That's what I was trying to say. Like, who cares?
Who cares about what college matchup
Everyone's trying to find an
cares?
angle on stuff, dude. Like, don't you remember that time? No, I don't.
I don't. And why would I care about what happened in college? That has nothing to do with the teams that they have.
Yeah, like Jalen Hurts. I mean, he could win MVP this year. The dude got benched in college. Like, it doesn't, who cares?
No.
Like, if you're Jalen Hurts, you're probably laughing. You're like, man, I'm 1 win away from the Super Bowl. Dolphins don't even know if Tua is going to be the answer. That guy got me benched in college. Who cares?
I will.
Tom Brady, same thing.
Who cares?
Oh, who cares?
Well, look, everyone on the Brock Purdy train. I think it ends this weekend, dude. What is
the
it?
Eagles look pretty like I don't know, because here's the thing that the 49ers defense has just been so overwhelming. Like it reeks like it's going to be, 17 points is going to be like the cap on somebody. I don't know if it's going to be 17-14 Eagles or 17-0, but it feels like it's going to be it's going to be a real slugfest. Pretty similar to what it was with Dallas. I feel like it's going to be like that.
Yeah, that was an ugly game.
Ugly game.
That was an ugly game for sure.
Anything else in the mixed bag?
Indeed. Mr. Ayahuasca himself.
Oh, boy.
Aaron Rodgers. You know that he's been rumored to go to the Jets, especially with Nathaniel Hackett being hired.
Tea leaves.
Tea leaves are teeing. What do tea leaves do? Reading?
Yeah, you read the tea leaves. You
Yeah.
put them in there, and then people can read them as a fortune.
I didn't know that.
Well, you're an idiot.
Well, it's true.
It's like tarot cards, something like that too. Like,
Tarot
it all falls around the same thing, I think.
Tea tarot.
You guys sit here. You know Harry Potter. You don't know about reading the tea leaves.
I don't know, dude.
Jedamitis Petritis.
That's also a ref, by the way. I sent you proof.
Jedamitis
by the way.
Petritis? Nah, I don't think so. Aaron Rodgers wants more money to return to Green Bay, or is he just saying that the contract structure that he's already dealing with is not favorable for a return? What do you think?
I don't think there'd be a scenario where I'd come back and that would be the number. I think it would definitely things would have to shift. There's a lot of teams because of COVID that are strapped, and you're seeing us a lot of different contracts. They're pushing more money out in deals. They're creating certain kind of void years to allow for an easier cap hit. So there would have to be some adjustments for sure.
That's an interesting thing about the teams are being strapped, so he doesn't feel like. And Green Bay's got that whole ownership of they're owned by holders. That's interesting.
Is he making a stink? Is that him making a stink?
I don't know. I mean, he made a pretty big stink last year. He still came back. Like I thought for sure he was done last year.
Yeah.
I still feel like he's going to end up back in Green Bay. I don't feel like he's going to go to the Jets.
Man, wouldn't that hurt I think he went from Minnesota to the Jets. I can't even remember. Or was it Brett Favre? Did he go from Green Bay?
He went to the Jets first.
Yeah. So they'd lose another quarterback.
Then showed his
Jets?
deal to a reporter.
Yeah.
Then he went to the Vikings.
Okay. Was it in that order? It was.
Yes. It was in that order, actually.
Not a good guy.
Which
Brett
allowed
Favre.
Chad Bennington to go to the Dolphins.
Well, look at that. You go, boy. I appreciate that.
Yep.
So, I don't know, man. There's a possibility the Jets could take another quarterback from Green Bay, or I don't know, maybe Aaron Rodgers shows his deal somewhere and he doesn't play
I don't
football.
think he's going to do that. He
I
doesn't
don't
seem as gross as
know,
Brett Favre does. That was another thing on Real Sports last night. They did the old Brett Favre story. Not a good guy.
Not a good guy,
Not
man.
a good guy.
Not a good guy.
With his Levi's. All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will get into some more stuff. We got a little Goosies, no Goosies coming up next hour. We may talk to Haywood Highsmith. We'll see as heat practice breaks down. I'll give you guys an update. I'll probably have an answer on that coming up in the next hour or so. The Heat forward's going to join us as he had a great game against Jason Tatum the other night. We'll take a break. Be back with more after this.
Jedamitis Petritis.
In front of the net, shot, and that rockets away off a bounce. Panthers have struck late in their last 2 power plays. Here's Barkov, far circle, out to the line, handled there by Montour. Montour, long shot, tip, rebound, they score. Matthew Tkachuk right out in front, and the Panthers strike on the power play yet again and take a 3-0 lead. Matthew Tkachuk jams in the rebound.
Spin.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Take you up until 2 o'clock here today. Hey, right now, call number 5 to 305-567-0560. We'll get a pair of tickets to Heat and Pacers on February 8th. If you guys want to go see the Heat take on the Pacers on February 8th, call us up 305-567-0560, and caller number 5 gets a pair of tickets to Heat and Pacers. Caller 5 to 305-567-0560. Let's get some headlines here brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Thanks, J Fig.
You're welcome.
Miami Heat, they are practicing and getting ready for the Orlando Magic tomorrow. Heat are a season-high 5 games over 500 and are currently sitting, I believe, 6th in the Eastern Conference. They're just a couple of games back in the loss column on the Cleveland Cavaliers. 4 games back in the 4th spot for the Brooklyn Nets, which would give them home court advantage in the first round. Of course, the Nets struggling a little bit without Kevin Durant, who is out, I think, at least a couple more weeks. And then you have Milwaukee. Philly moved up to number 2, and then Boston, who the Heat just beat. They are still number 1 at 35-14 on the year. So they'll be back in action tomorrow, coming up against Orlando, and you'll, of course, be able to hear that game right here on 560 WQAM. Heat are getting going with this the whole practice thing right now. Meanwhile, as far as your Panthers, they were also practicing today, and according to reports, all 3 goalies were out there: Sergei Bobrovsky, Spencer Knight, and Alex Lyons. So it does seem like the Panthers are getting a little bit healthier. Duclair was out there as well. He was in a non-contact jersey. The Cats will be in action coming up on Friday. They will host the LA Kings at 7 o'clock from FLA Live Arena. Let's get to some Cat talk here. Brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. See, J-Fig, you see this Radko Gudas? He's number 1 all-time in Panthers hits.
Gotta love him.
You gotta love the Butcher. You have to love the Butcher. He's out there, and he's knocking people silly nonstop. That's what he does. That's what he does. That's what he does, man.
That's what he does.
That's what he does. And he is he's absolutely destroying. I see this this quote from Jameson Olive, Panthers.com. It's awesome. Got a couple congrats messages. Never thought in my career I'd be the franchise leader in anything. It's very special. Imagine being like, that's the great honor, though. Like you're the franchise leader in ass kicking is what you are. That's what it is. And there's been some ass kickers in the history of this franchise.
How do you feel after him? Who would it be?
Oh,
I think it would be like Lombard.
Oh, on this team for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, the Lamborghini gets after it.
Yes.
He likes to fight. Kachuk likes to fight.
It. That's true.
The thing that's interesting, though, is like Radko Gudas, Lombard, like they're almost like tough guys first.
Mm-hmm.
Kachuk's a tough guy, but he's also maybe the best player on the ice, which is what, which is why people didn't like him as opponents. He's an agitator. But now it's on your side. Does it all. And you saw that too. Like he even said that when he was coming here with Alexander Barkov. He goes, Barkey is kind of a lead by example. I think I bring a little different edge to leadership here, which he does. He brings something that is not what they're typically used to. And so you need guys like that, the enforcers, the guys who go out there and they'll go scrap, and that's what the Butcher does. But also great fashion sense, big with the hats.
He does.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Butcher's big with the hats?
Big with the hats, dude.
I don't know, dude.
Well, there's nothing. I mean,
it's too tough to be big with the hats. Let me be
but
the
he
judge
is,
of
though.
this.
Go look at him.
Butcher, okay.
Well, you're not gonna just look at Butcher and
Yeah,
hats.
don't
Like
do
you're
that.
gonna end up with like a hairnet.
With the hats. Huh. You're right. All I got was hairnets. Now,
Yeah, I told you. Would it be something like at the Panthers arena? What they should do with Radko Gudas? They should have the Butcher's butcher shop. And what you do there is you pick your own meat. Now, I don't know, probably for a hockey game, this would cost $400 for a steak.
Yeah.
Because that's how they jack up the prices.
True.
But like if you had Radko, like your own little steakhouse within the Panthers arena, and it was Radco's, which actually even sounds cool.
It sounds like a restaurant.
It sounds like a restaurant.
I like it.
Or Goodis's. But I feel like I like
Ooh,
Radco's better.
Yeah, I like Radco's. Yeah.
Maybe Goodis can be like a signature item on the menu.
It does kind of sound like something you would have like in a French restaurant. Let me get that Goodis. Little Goodis.
How do you like your
I
Goodis?
don't know. Where's Radco Goodis from?
I don't know. Probably not French.
I don't think he is French.
They have really good food at the arena, though. I
They
will
do?
say
He's
that.
Czech.
Check.
He's Czech.
All right.
All right.
That's with the Z, right?
Yeah.
I really understood that one.
What?
Kazetchek? It's like, why is there a Z there? But look, who cares?
Who won the Heat tickets?
Daniel from Miami. First
Shout
time
out,
winning.
dude.
Yeah.
Shout out. Sending him. We got one more pair to give away tomorrow. So be listening for that. But Radco Goodis leading your Panthers. That's your Cat Talk, which is brought to you by Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers.
Yum.
Yeah.
What was that?
I just did it.
What did you do?
That's good. Go on.
How you
That
crack
last one
the
was good.
can.
Yeah. Look, hold on.
You're doing like is this? Are you doing like one of your improv nights?
No, dude, this is me cracking the can open. For everyone listening on the radio, I have multiple cans of Celsius. I'm just cracking open. Listen. That's good, dude. That's good. You're telling me that's not good?
Guy says, Marcos, you saw me calling number 5, killing me.
Wow. I'm sorry. Who said
You're
that?
preventing him.
Who? I do this thing now because I used to rob callers. I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to rob callers because I can't figure out this phone, man. I pick up the phone and I press number 5. Somehow number 1 answers. Now I hung up on number 5 and number 1's getting tickets. But I found out a way.
Confusing phone.
So I pick up the phone now and it takes me to the wrong line. And I say, I'm sorry, you're not the winner. And then I go to number 5. So maybe he was that person who I said,
Possible.
you're not the winner. I'm sorry.
Another guy says, what if after a top hit, you throw steak on the ice for the butcher?
Wow.
Could get messy.
Yeah, could
get messy. I mean, you do have those psychos in Detroit who throw the octopus on the ice.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have the people
will
who throw
never get over that. That's wild.
Where do they even get it? Oh, those lakes and stuff, right?
Where do they get it in Detroit? I assume from a seafood restaurant.
They
I did have to go buy squid one time when I was producing for the for Zaslow and Amber, I think it was at the time.
God.
Maybe it was Zaslow and Joy. I don't remember. But we did this wheel of humiliation. We did one where you had to slap each other with a fish, which was funny. So I had to go find a fish.
Yeah.
Which, man, I spent a lot of money on the fish we slapped with Joy, and I regretted it because then I found another one way cheaper at another shop, and I would have just gone with that one.
Man, how much money did you spend on this fish?
Too much.
Too much. You're just slapping someone with it. Did you even eat it? No, it's
no
someone's face.
No, slap somebody's face. I'm not going to eat that fish.
Nah,
but then finding squid, much harder. I did have to find that like a seafood shop down here somewhere, actually.
Wow. Was it sketch?
No, it was
by the river. Are you saying by the river?
It wasn't by the river. It wasn't by the river. I think it was actually on 163rd, I want to say is where I got it.
You should not buy squid on 163rd.
Probably not, but I did.
You should not.
Anyway, getting back
over there.
Next time, get to my people.
I don't know where Detroit where those fans go and get their stuff, but I think what they do, Jay, because I think they like saran wrap it to their bodies so they can get through, and then they got the thick coats over.
Yeah.
No one's the wiser that you have octopus on you.
But you would smell.
Oh, you would smell.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Ew.
You're gonna smell like an octopus. There's no doubt about that.
But
exactly, how does that not? I mean, you can't obviously tell someone to.
Is
remove
it
it off
special
their-
occasion though, or is it like hat trick, or is it just a win?
Well, I don't know. Maybe Detroit does it like the Panthers do it, where
Yeah, I
you're
think
not
it's
even
just a
allowed to bring
win.
in your own rats. I think you have to buy the rats at the shop.
So
and then give them away.
They're selling squids. All right.
Because like back in the day, you could just bring your own rat. Nobody's bringing a live rat to the arena. That's just disgusting.
Okay, so no one's done that.
If somebody straps a live rat,
Rats stink when they're dead. Let me tell you. You guys remember when I had that rat problem?
No.
Yeah. Don't you remember when Senor Gato was remember he was eating like in the middle of the show? Like I was like, hey, I think he has a mouse.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Turned out to be a baby rat.
Whoa.
Had a little bit of a rat problem at the Tobin household.
All right.
Yep.
Solve that one. I'm assuming.
Oh, dude.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Solve the hell out of it. Apparently.
I had I think it was Hewlett. Hewlett came in.
Ooh.
And
nice.
Because it was really stinky.
Oh no.
And I was like, what's going on here? And he saw the little rat pellets around. Turns out
one of them died.
Oh, dude. Yeah, because they poisoned them.
Oh, so then
Well, no, they didn't poison them. Actually, excuse me. They had like a blunt force thing.
What?
Do you want to know what rats actually like to eat?
Yeah, I would love to know.
Slim Jims.
Wow.
Didn't know that.
Snap
Which
into
I
a Slim
actually
Jim.
was worried if that was the cause of it.
Wow.
because Macho Marlin's man, he keeps a Slim Jim supply at my house.
Wow. It always comes back to you. I mean, to
Turns out that wasn't the
Macho
case,
Marlin.
Jiffy. It was a bad theory by me, but I thought, you guys, and the guy knew a lot about rats, the Hewlett guy.
That's
He's
good.
like, you want to know what these rats love? I'm like, what? Slim Jims. And he was right.
Wow.
Because you heard like the little wood trap rat, got him immediately. They got that rat problem gone in like a week.
I used to have a bee problem.
It was very impressive.
Bee problem.
Yeah, it was really bad. Thank
Wow.
God there's no more. It was
Man.
pretty bad. And then the guy that
A bee
came,
bee problem.
a bee problem.
Aren't they like saving the planet or something? Isn't
No,
someone trying to
yeah,
save the bees?
I had this argument with the hippies back in the day.
Oh no, I feel like you're already against the whole save the bees thing.
I feel like, they say we can't live without them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm living pretty good without him right now.
Okay. You guys are jerks. We need the bees, guys.
Yeah, but we don't need rats.
We do
So anyway, what happened was like one day I come home, just a foul smell, dude. This rat. It's just like, and it's so what happened is that you put one of the traps behind the laundry, the washing machine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Got him. So he almost was like blunt force trauma. Like he stepped out of the trap, but he wasn't going to be home for very long. So he just keeled over and died.
Damn.
But they get gas in them. They expand.
Oh,
and so you could just smell them.
it's getting worse.
But I will say,
Yep.
rat problem was gone in a week.
Well, I'll say.
So shout out to Hewlett.
Shout out to Hewlett.
Yep. You want to know how they got in the house?
How?
Through the dryer vent.
Whoa.
Yep.
The more
This
you know.
guy almost was one with the rats. That's how well he knew the rats.
It seems like you had a good guy. I feel like sometimes you're like, I don't know, we'll just fog.
No. This guy,
new
he
stuff.
understood where the rats were, how rats think, and he was a rat. He had a black belt in rats. That's what he was. He was like Master Splinter in a lot of ways.
Wow, he was 'cause
Head
he
of the
was a
Ninja
master
Turtles, of
rat.
course. And he figured these things out.
Yeah.
Lickety split. Looked a bit like Kid Rock.
Okay, here's my thing though. Everyone's a man until a cockroach flies at you, right? And then I want to know, everyone's a manly man. Did you have that moment where like a rat was and you're like, oh my god, anything? Because I feel like I wouldn't be able to deal
And
with
you
that.
got on a coffee table or something?
No, I didn't have that.
No,
I didn't have that because the only thing I got mad at was Senor Gato because, in my house, you keep up your end of the bargain.
For sure.
And the whole point of having a cat is
keep the
you
critters
kill the
away.
rats.
Yep.
And he allowed an infestation.
Wow.
Because
But he brought you a dead one, didn't he?
babies. I need you to take out the mama.
What is he doing? Take out the baby, dude. It's
Yeah.
like me versus Felipe.
It's like nothing. Like you got to go take out the top rat, J-Fig. And the thing is he didn't do that. Like Sunny Bunny, she's taking out the iguanas. I don't have an iguana problem anymore because they all know we go to that side of
So
the fence.
what you're saying
we're
is
dead
you
iguanas.
train your pets.
No, you don't gotta train
Train
them.
my pets to live by their instincts.
Yeah. There's
To
normal
kill
things to do.
other
Yes, I have
animals.
my animals get rid of invasive species, and you have yours
in
do
a
fashion
cardigan,
shows.
dude. You have
Wait,
yours.
what'd you say about Scooby?
I said I train mine to go by their instincts, and you have yours doing fashion shows.
Exactly. You can't kill a rat in a cardigan, dude. That's why Scooby it's just limited.
You can't be fashionable and kill a rat.
That's why Tyler Hero keeps the velvet for after the game.
Exactly.
After the game, we got it.
Exactly.
Mm.
You drop buckets, you wear velvet.
There you go.
That's how it goes.
Well, you got rid of that rat problem.
I did. It was gone, dude. The rat experts. I'm telling you.
Hewlett, shout out.
Shout out. Back after this.
AFC
But it feels like an elephant shaking his big red trunk for the hell of it. You know that you're dreaming about being loved by him.
All right. Welcome back. Tobin Leroy here with you, taking you up until 2 o'clock. Got a little Goosies, no Goosies coming up in 15 minutes. Goosies. Love getting goosed up on a Thursday. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. It just seems weird when you say it that.
Why?
way.
Why?
I mean, I agree. I enjoy getting goosies as well. I don't like saying getting goosed up. I don't know.
Well, how would you say it?
I guess there's no.
There
Do you
you go.
get goosies from getting goosies?
Yeah, it's like a Goosie's domino sound effect.
Wow.
Like a Goosie's domino effect. That's how it works. Guy says, woke up to rats. A rat's head smashed on my stove from a rat trap. Noticed the footprints on the stove. It was gnarly. Yeah, they're gross, dude.
How to get on the
No
stove?
goosies
though?
for me either.
Like, did you just put the trap on the stove? What do you expect?
Because I guess because you know why? Because the rat probably made its way down from the attic, and then and it probably got some little crummy crumbs and gone. Got him.
Can I tell you, I don't have rats that crawl in my ceilings. I sometimes have iguanas that crawl in my ceilings.
Really?
That is strange.
That is strange.
Yeah, because it seems like someone is upstairs, like an upstairs neighbor is like walking around. And then I realize I'm on the top floor. So that can't be.
Yeah,
So
they're
is
probably
that
up there
what
baking.
happens up north? Because I'm down south, so
yeah,
that doesn't really.
You're acting like you're not seeing iguanas anywhere, JF.
I have, but like that's not a problem by where I live.
No, because no one lives by where you live. It is a weird place. Kendall is its own city.
How has Kendall fixed the iguana problem? Why is that?
Why is that indeed?
Why would they do that?
Can we get a little bit of Patrick Mahomes? Yesterday, he did his press conference without his walking boot. We got the conference title games coming up this weekend. AFC Championship, Bengals and Chiefs. NFC Championship, 49ers and Eagles. And Patrick Mahomes, big question. I mean, the line has swung already with his health issues. So they're dogs. I think it's only the second time he's been a playoff home dog in his career. This is Patrick Mahomes on where he's at.
So the last one, it was the leg that I landed on, so I had to find ways to throw where I could land and keep it in the right spot. And this time I'll have to find ways to be able to push off and be able to still make the throws the right way. So definitely similar in a sense, but obviously different limitations and stuff that I'll have to work through.
Yeesh.
I don't know, man. I'm not buying it.
Why? Just because of his voice?
I was so focused on the voice in the beginning.
It's tough. It is crazy that we have the greatest quarterback in the league, which, by the way, people are, I feel like they're doing a cute thing here where they're trying to make Joe Burrow number one.
Yeah. Come on. 5 straight AFC championships.
Yeah, like let's show some respect, all right, to Patrick Mahomes, the second most accurate quarterback in the league to Tua Tagovailoa. Let's show some respect, okay?
Yeah.
Nope, there's no shame in being number 3. I'm not saying that's bad or anything, but we're getting a little too cutesy wootsy with this Joe Burrow, who I would like to be knocked down a peg, but I also have other petty reasons. So it seems like they're my only option right now to win the Super Bowl.
Is Patrick Mahomes getting the Tom Brady treatment? Obviously, he's not successful as of yet, but is everyone tired of him? Is everyone rooting against them?
I don't know. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like for a team.
So.
I think he's so much more fun than Tom Brady was.
He
Like
has
he
a more likable personality. I would say also.
Well, he does. The people around him do not.
It's very bad.
He's got like he's got the TikTok brother, and even the is she his wife or the fiance?
I think they got married. I think they got
very
married.
cocky on Twitter.
She is.
The Mahomes contingent is not very likable,
which is again more of a point towards his likability that these people are around him and he's able to counteract it.
I just want to know about the bath bomb guy.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
That's all I want to know.
Jazz bath.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
But Joe Burrow, this is what he had to say on, they're calling it Burrow head, but this is Joe Burrow faking like he's humble.
We've been in these spots. We have the experience. We know what team we're playing. Team that's been to this game the last 5 seasons, and they've all been in that stadium. So to me, they're still the team to beat, and then we're coming for them.
All right. Fake and humble.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
No, he is. I mean, like, if you're gonna, if it's called Burrohead, don't tell me that you think it's that they're the team to beat. Like, you're a liar.
Well, he's never been like an extrovert with his cockiness.
Didn't he just like run off the field and they said, "I'm him"? If you say you're him,
Hmm.
talk like it.
Yeah, that's true.
I want him to talk some trash. Let's get it going.
All right.
That
so
team.
You don't like this humility he's showing.
I think it's fake.
Wow.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
I don't believe it. I think Joe Burrow is putting on a show for everybody. I don't think he's humble. I think that he's trying to get through. They're the team to beat. I beat them. I named we named Arrowhead after me. It's called Burrowhead, but still the team to beat.
Okay.
I don't believe you buy it.
I think he's just never been. He just doesn't care. They called him Joe.
He did just say the window is his career last week.
Okay.
Which he might not be wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not.
Just stating facts.
I think it's true what he's saying.
2 Super Bowls in 2 years he's been at the helm.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Well, 2 FC championships. He could get to 2 Super Bowls.
Could get to 2 Super Bowls
in 3
correct.
years.
Yeah. That first year though, didn't he like break everything? His knee or something
He
like that?
he tore his ACL, and they had the misfortune of getting Jamar Chase, which the Bills GM would never do.
I don't want to suck
never.
that bad.
I don't want to suck that bad to get Jamar Chase. Okay, well then don't whine about it. Don't whine about your salary cap situation.
For sure.
Figure it out. If Josh Allen's God's gift to football, Buffalo, figure it out then, dude. Don't sit here and whine and cry. Oh, we didn't do this. Oh, we got this. All right, everybody does. People, guess what? Cowboys, they had to pay Dak Prescott a whole lot of money. They got weapons. Why are you whining? Isn't that your job as a general manager to figure it out, dude? Don't tell me, oh, we had this. All right. Well, other teams had to pay their quarterbacks a lot too. Patrick Mahomes gets paid a lot of money.
Yep.
All right.
Kelsey,
Dak
too.
Prescott gets paid a lot of money. Kelsey gets paid a lot of money. Yeah. Don't sit here and say, oh, we got to pay Josh Allen and we didn't get out. I thought, okay, what's your window, dude? I thought that you guys were the perennial favorites, although you've spent this year whining about the sun, whining about the snow, all of this stuff, and now you're whining because you weren't bad enough to get Jamar Chase? Get out of here. You had Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
And he's pissed at your quarterback. It's
Pretty
like
good.
guts to him. He went out there and he played banged up, but I find it strange sometimes how we pick the teams that people find likable and the teams we find unlikable. I find the Bills, and I know I say this from a perspective because they're the rival, but I find them so unlikable. I find Josh Allen unlikable. The only thing that's, you felt bad for them, obviously, with what happened with DeMar Hamlin, but everything else with them is like, they carry themselves with such an arrogance, and it's like, you've done nothing. Joe Burrow is at least faking it. At least he's been to the Super Bowl. Where have you been? Getting bounced every year. And you sit here whining and crying about our salary cap situation. Boo, bleeping who? Wah. Oh, so sorry. You have a quarterback you dubbed good enough to pay that you have to find the other players elsewhere. Poor you. Dawson Knox, didn't he have like a touchdown for 7 straight weeks?
Yep.
You got a good tight end. You got a number 1 receiver. Oh, you can't figure out the run game? That's on you, dude. You're supposed to figure these things out. What do the Dolphins do? Don't they have Byron Jones all year? Did they sit here crying about it? No. Found Cater Kahoo.
Yeah. Won the lottery.
Don't do that again.
Okay.
Don't.
All right.
It's just the pity party this Bills team throws left and right. Oh, it's the sun. Oh, it's the salary cap situation. Oh, Josh Allen doesn't have enough protection. Oh, he doesn't have enough what? All right. Well, when's it going to be perfect for you? Guess what? It's football. It's not. Are the 49ers here crying about it? No.
Nope. Lost their quarterback.
They lost 2 quarterbacks.
2 of them, yeah.
2. They're on Brock Purdy. Are the Dolphins sitting here saying, oh, woe is me. Oh, 2. No. Went and brought Skylar Thompson in there. Gave it their best shot. Mike McDaniel gave it our best shot. The only thing that he gave an inkling of was like, you know what it was kind of a challenge of? Getting plays in because we had 9 new players out there. And they were still a play away from beating your ass.
And the refs lied to us. Don't forget. The refs said it was first down.
Look, this Bills team's never going to win a Super Bowl. They're never going to do it. They're never going to do it.
So they're going to join the other Bills team that went to like 4 straight Super Bowls and
No,
lost them all.
because they haven't even gotten there.
Yeah, true.
I don't even think they're going to get to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to take a big step back next year.
Wow.
Yep.
It's a hot take.
BSBB. Big Step Back Bills. What?
What is it?
BSBB.
BSBB. Yeah, it's a classic case of BSBB.
They're also got another thing that's BS.
Okay.
That's with their team. I'll leave that for the non-FCC regulated shows.
Perfect.
You charlatans, you bums.
Wow.
This general manager. Oh, I wish I sucked enough to get Jamar Chase. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so just to make sure I got everything correct, Joe Burrow is fake humble.
Yes.
And the general manager of the Bills
is a crybaby.
And
Yep.
the Bills fan base, every time they donate to charity, it's to cover their tracks or good
And
karma.
yep. And then also Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Can't take him seriously because of his voice.
Okay, that's just a good recap.
This is your NFL playoff when I don't have Leroy here.
Yeah.
So I'm worried about my guy right now.
Yeah.
Is Leroy complaining like this Brandon Bean is?
No way.
No way.
No.
Nope.
Wanna
Is
know
he
why?
saying that I wish I had a number one tibia?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Probably saying that.
But not saying I didn't suck enough not to have a number one tibia.
Exactly.
So where are you, Brandon Bean?
You bum.
Not even the most famous Bean GM in all of GMing.
You hear that, Felipe?
That's Billy Bean. Wait, what?
Why do you keep on with
Why are you mad at
I
Felipe?
think it's the
I
name.
like
I
it.
think it's the name that makes
You think he swindled Jimmy Butler?
I think he did.
I don't like what you're doing.
I'm sorry.
Let him enjoy the moment.
I thought we were just piling on everyone, so I just wanted to throw that in there.
You're just salty that you're not Felipe.
That is also true for sure.
What
Where
would
do I even buy Big Face coffee?
If Jimmy Butler offered you shellfish at this dinner, would you have to eat it?
Yes, unfortunately, I'd probably
How would
vomit.
you eat it?
I'd take one bite and then I'd say something over there and then spit it into my napkin. And then if he caught me on that, I don't know, man.
He
I'd
definitely
feel
would
bad.
catch you.
He would catch me. He's super fast.
Felipe would catch you.
I'll break his legs.
Stop threatening that.
Seriously.
You gotta knock it off.
I just don't want him to be
He-
just Jason Tatum.
He went a
fan.
long way to get here, okay?
Yeah, apparently.
8,000 miles
From Orlando to here.
from Orlando. It's just a good moment. Can't we just enjoy good moments?
Nah,
Apparently not.
really not. I don't know. We'll give it a shot.
Oh man.
They're replaying it right now. They're gonna get to the crucial moment. Oh, what is that? A Klay Thompson turnover? Oh no, it's an assist, and he dunked on his face. I apologize. No one's heard from that guy in a while, right?
Guy says, I love Tua, but I'll never forgive Flores for making us miss out on Joe Burrow.
Hmm.
Yeah, Flores and Ryan Fitzpatrick. But you guys all love Ryan Fitzpatrick for some reason. It's weird.
I did like.
You're gonna sit here and I love that guy. What a guy. You know, Mike Gesicki's gonna sit here, put him in his letter, not put Tua in his letter. Because Ryan Fitzpatrick said, oh, go play without thinking. No, hey, Mike, that's why he played for half the league, dude. He played without thinking.
Yeah.
He just chucked it up.
That actually was his problem. Whatever.
Too much.
He's a show pony, though.
Oh, yeah.
And ever since you pointed it out to me, the love that he has for Buffalo as well. Dude, he played for 22 different teams.
He's a fake.
Whatever.
Take a break. Little Goosies, no Goosies coming up next. All right. Get to it, everybody. Little goosies, no goosies for you here.
Goosies.
Taking you up till 2 o'clock. By the way, a little piece of breaking news for your Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler, shout out to my guy Tommy Tig, let me know. Tommy Tig says that Jimmy Butler did practice today and expects to play tomorrow. So he was out against Boston with back tightness, and so it appears that he will get their star back in the fold for tomorrow against the Magic. So that is obviously some great news, but let's take a break on over and let's get to some Goosies, no Goosies, our favorite Thursday game. What do you got, Marcos?
All right, coming in at number 1. Yesterday, as you know, you mentioned this earlier, as the Miami, or not the Miami Heat necessarily, the NBA moves towards a lot of these rest days. We were able to see a rivalry yesterday. Ben Simmons returned to Philadelphia, and the Philly fans shouting F Ben Simmons the entire game. Goosies or no Goosies?
I mean, it's not nice.
It's not nice.
It's not nice, but it's Philly.
Yeah.
Like, it's what you expect when you run on them, that they're gonna, chant F Ben Simmons. I feel like Ben Simmons would be disappointed if they didn't chant it. So I'm gonna go Goosies, because Philly's gonna Philly, and he's gonna have to eat that. He sat out the year basically, and why would a fan base like that? Why would you think you're gonna have their support after that?
Yep.
So yeah,
Practice
Goosies
with his
for me.
phone in his pocket.
Right.
Goosies.
He made the biggest of stinks, so of course they're gonna boo.
Yeah.
What about you, J Fig? What do you got?
I mean, after the hell you gave them, yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Goosies. I mean, it's not nice, but it's also pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
He also just connotes mope.
He is a mope.
He is a mope.
For sure.
What about you, Marcos? You got Goosies from that?
I'm actually gonna say no. Yeah, I got no Goosies.
Too hard?
Nah, I just expect it.
Ah,
It's just normal. Just
Understood.
Therefore, it's not worthy of my Goosies.
Understood.
Because, I mean, it makes sense.
All right. What's number 2, Marcos?
Number 2, Skip Bayless, your friend.
No, I don't do that.
Well, I don't know.
I don't.
That's your
Well,
friend.
why? No, he's not my friend.
I think
don't
so.
know.
Why
man.
would you say that? He's not
Because friends wish you a happy birthday.
Okay.
Wish you a
He's
happy
not my friend.
birthday.
It was a surprise many years ago from Joy Taylor when she was his co-host.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate you guys framing it like Skip Bayless is my friend.
No, we got Skip on the line. Skip.
Hi, Brendan. This is Skip Bayless.
Skip. Okay, we'll get back to him later. He gets crazy sometimes. Tries to take over the show.
So creepy.
Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith could possibly reunite on YouTube. Does that give you Goosies or no Goosies?
It doesn't give me Goosies, but it's intriguing that they apparently want to go do their own thing. They want to break away from a network.
Wow.
That intrigues me.
Yeah,
more so than them just reuniting on ESPN, that they want to just kind of go do their own thing. And I know that there's been talk that they were going to do that before, but they just both ended up staying where they were at. And Stephen A. Smith basically just bounced Max Kellerman for a rotating, just a rotation of hosts.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see them back together. Mike and the Mad Dog are reuniting in a couple of weeks. They're coming on First Take with Stephen A. Smith. Maybe Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith reunite. So no Goosies, but intrigued.
Okay. J Fig?
No, who cares?
No, there's no Goosies there, but it's pretty cool. Like going to YouTube.
Wow,
Yeah.
man, it's
YouTube
hard to get you guys going.
Welcome,
huh?
welcome to here.
Welcome.
Yeah,
to YouTube.
welcome to
We're
our
streaming
domain,
live.
dude.
Yeah.
YouTube, stream it now. Miami56WQM. Go subscribe. Same on Twitch.
All right, so no Goosies then.
What about you, Marcos? You got Goosies? You like a little reuniting?
You know what? I agree with what you're saying, but I do think it's gooseworthy.
Goosies.
I do think
Friendship.
just friendship, just the power of friendship. Gets
They
me
had like a
going.
little beef. not beef, but I think like Stephen A. said something that like Skip Bayless didn't like at one point, where he was talking about the ratings, and Skip Bayless was like, "Hey man, I got you that gig." You know?
It's true.
So them being together would be kind of. It also would have surprised me because probably Shannon Sharp's probably sick of Skip Bayless.
Yeah. Do you think that they'll curse? Are they cursing? Is that why? Like, not why, but is that one of the benefits of being on YouTube? You think he's gonna curse?
Nah, I don't think so.
I'd hear like Skip, you shut, and then that'd be cool, right? That'd be Goosies.
Maybe.
That'd be pretty good.
What's number 3,
I don't
Mark?
think that's a fair shot.
Is it?
Fair
All
enough.
right,
Good.
all
What do we
right.
got for number 3?
Number 3, the Cowboys have fired O-line coach. J-Fig, do you know who the O-line coach is for the Cowboys?
Do I care?
Joe Philbin.
Oh,
Correct, J-Fig.
that's
Joe
Goosies right there.
Philbin. Oh, it's Goosies that he got fired?
You know how they say don't celebrate somebody losing their job?
Yeah.
That doesn't apply to Joe Philbin.
Yeah, that's true.
Hit the bricks, dude.
Goosies.
Goosies galore, quite frankly.
Oh, my gosh.
Goosies
I still can't
galore.
believe he's an
Goosed
O-line
up.
coach. He's just kind of
Yeah,
like,
how
he's
did
just
that
been
happen?
roaming through, huh? Just O-line coaching it all over the
He was
place.
the head coach of our team.
I know.
Oh, my God. Well, there's that. J-Fig, Goosies, no Goosies?
No, I'm not feeling the goose.
Okay. No goose. And I'm going to say Goosies.
Do you think
for
Joe
me.
Philbin's ever given anybody the Goosies?
No. He looks like a goose.
I just can't even imagine him. Like, how do you get the O-line fired up to block things with him as the coach? It doesn't even make sense to me.
That's true.
You know, like they said one time he used to he dressed up as a pilgrim.
What?
For I think Greg Jennings said that. Like, he dressed like a pilgrim to like get the team fired up for a Thanksgiving game. I just can't picture him firing anybody up.
That doesn't get me fired.
You know, the only thing he fires up is a tuna melt sandwich.
And even then, you know,
Even then.
lightly toasted. Whatever.
Joe Philbin.
Goosies.
Dave South says he looks like a goosey. He does.
He does. Man.
Like if he was in bird form, it would just wander around on that giant neck.
Yeah. Loosey goosey.
Well, I got a little queasy. You know what I need to do to ease my pain? Use all my timeouts.
The worst.
I don't like him, man.
Well, apparently the Cowboys didn't either.
Nope, he's gone. Mike McCarthy, rats off a ship on your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Fired him.
Yep. That's right. That Packer connection there.
Yeah,
good
Packer
luck with that.
connection.
Someone's got to take the fall, you know?
Joe Philbin looks like a fall guy.
Yeah.
Like if I were to blame anything, it'd be like, oh, let's blame Joe, you know? If Jerry's like, what happened here, Mike? How can we better a situation? And he's just like, you know what, dude? I think we should fire Joe. I really feel like we could use a little bit more fire in the O-line room because I never liked that Phil fella.
There you go.
Get him out of here. And darling, at line 4, could you put Coach Phil through? Who? Joe Philbin, sir. Joe Philbin, put him through.
Doesn't know his name?
Yeah, doesn't know. He refers to him as Phil.
Gotcha.
Phil, is that my name? You're fired.
That's not my name. All right. Maybe that's how it went. Sounds about right.
Man.
Someone's have to pay, man. You lose like that after having that many expectations. Someone's got to pay.
Yep.
All right. Number 4.
What do we got?
Bam Adebayo calling out the fan vote.
Goosies galore.
Yes.
Goosies galore. Because he needs to be his own hype man. You know, he needs to be the guy who's letting people know this system is corrupt. It is stupid. You got people way above him in voting that don't deserve to be way up on him on voting. So I'm glad that he's saying something. You know, stand up for yourself. He does the first thing that's important, which is play good basketball. You know, he leads the team in scoring officially right now. Not only that, they have the number 1 ranked defense. He's the best defender on the team.
Yep.
What more does he need to prove?
What more?
What more does he need to prove? So I'm happy that he called out the fans for being what they are. Idiots.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is why I don't appreciate when you guys call me a fan with good access, because I'm not an idiot.
No, I think as of recent, you've gone from a fan with good access to
Fraud with good access.
You know, that's an upgrade.
It's not fair. What about you, J Fig?
Goosies. I like the side of Bam.
Goosies.
Fiery Bam.
Yeah.
Fiery Bam. I like it.
Mean Bam.
I like it.
Feel bad, man. He's busy enough, man. The last thing he has to do is campaign for a fan vote. Do better, fans.
Do better.
Do better.
This is a dumb system.
Yeah.
What are we doing out here? You know, but I guess they remember you used to be able to just vote on Twitter.
Yeah,
but they figured it was too corrupt because that damn Justin Bieber got Kyle Lowry in before Dwayne Wade.
I think I'm with you though. I think they need to lie to us a little bit more. Just Derrick Rose didn't get those votes. How about that?
Yeah, it's just silly.
How am I supposed
Some
to
of them
know?
are dumb. Like Derrick Rose getting that many votes. Something has to be done about that. He's always gotten a lot of votes. I know that. He's very popular. I don't really know why. Like I've never seen a guy keep this kind of relevance for, his MVP season was 12 years ago. it's I guess speaks to how great he was, I guess, in that year.
Yeah.
I was a little blinded by it because I was just, so encapsulated with Heat hate.
Same.
And knowing that they punished LeBron James for not getting the MVP that season, even though he deserved the MVP that season. But man, him getting fan votes, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb. But you got the Goosies from Heated Band, Marcos?
Yes, because he's calling his shot, man.
Goosies.
He wasn't the guy who was going to campaign for Defensive Player of the Year, but if you got to at least call them out, he's not campaigning at this point. He's just calling them out, saying, I deserve to be there. Other people don't. That gives me Goosies. It's true. Number 5,
please.
The Marlins. We talked about them earlier. You may be reading into it a little bit too much if Leroy was here, but I think you may be onto something. The Marlins potentially bringing back their teal uniforms. Does that give you Goosies or no Goosies?
Gennady Golovkin, dude.
Wow.
Goosies on galore.
Goosies galore.
I could not be happier if that is the case. And if that is the case, I retract everything I said about Bruce Sherman yesterday.
Wow.
And I would be happy that he doesn't sell in his lifetime if they bring back the throwback jerseys.
You were pretty critical yesterday.
Well, I found it very odd. He just comes out so strongly, and it was like, hey, Bruce, read the room, dude. I don't think people really want to hear that you're not going to sell.
Maybe that's why. Maybe he came out so strongly because he's like, look what I have planned.
The teal jerseys. Wow. Look what I have planned. Instead of being friends with the New York Yankee, I have been now friends with Jeff Conine.
Yes. I'll take it. So far, so good. J Fig, Goosies, no Goosies?
Flip flopper with good access.
Wow.
Come on.
Come on.
And yes, Goosies. I love those. Bring them back.
Do you want them to go back to like the 97 with the lettering and the black hat, or you just want to go back to 93 all teal?
Oh my gosh. Look at you. I didn't even realize I was born in 93.
I was born in 93 too.
Let's look this up. 93
I'll probably still say
jersey?
black. Black.
So you want to go like first world championship type. You don't want them to go all the way back. I think I want them to go all the way back.
Both are good.
With the arms, the teal arms.
Yep.
Ooh,
It's just distinct.
Hard.
Nobody else has it. It's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's pretty good, man. Can we get like a modern version of this? No, right? I mean, it looks cool the way it is, but like the reason why I like the Miami Dolphins old 1972 thing is because I see it on occasion. I would like it if they made it like our uniform, the teal jerseys I'm speaking of. But
It's very Miami. I like
looking
it.
back at these ones in 97, that's gonna be hard to top, dude.
Yeah.
These are
97s
nice.
were good.
These
They
are
were clean.
nice.
They were hard. I liked it. Goosies, both of you.
Yeah,
Margaret?
that's a
Mhm.
Goosies for sure.
Goosies. Guy says, way late to the show. Android phones always ruin a group chat. 14 out of 15 on my hockey has it, and we threw them out.
What? How late?
Throw
to the show?
you out.
No. Don't start a chant.
Ban this man from the group chat.
No, man. How late is he to the damn thing?
He's listening. I don't know, dude.
Like
He's just
3
listening.
hours.
He's got that Odyssey app rewind going on.
How we were past this?
You guys can text us, by the way, 305-567-0560. We'll get back to more of your texts, get you caught up with your headlines. Back with more after this.
control of your life. Main office, Fort Lauderdale.
All right, I want to tell you about Michael Cotti at Choice Mortgage. 30 plus years in the business, man. And when he calls and he's fired up, hey, fixed rate mortgage is back in the force, Joe. Lock it in today, baby. Cash out. You ready to go? New home purchase, debt consolidation.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM.
We got logged out, J-Fig. I see you looking
Yeah,
at
we
me
all
like,
got, don't look so confused, J-Fig. We all got kicked out of stream.
I was like, what's going on?
Well, why did that happen? Yeah, I don't know when, but we all got
I
kicked
tried to
out.
go to the bathroom and
Yeah, this is what happens. All hell breaks loose.
You got to wear a pamper like me.
I mean, she already does have the baby food, so she's got like half
Really?
of the
Are we going to continue with
all the
this?
way.
Transitioning?
Well, let's get to some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Thank you. All right, a couple of things here from Heat practice. Some notes. Jimmy Butler, he practiced. He's available for tomorrow, so he'll be set against the Orlando Magic. So that is some good news from Jimmy Buckets. A kid actually, or a guy texts in, and he says, if anything, I think Marcos and Heat fans owe Scammer Boy a thank you. Maybe he'll guilt Jimmy into not missing so many games. First of all, I don't think we should call him Scammer Boy, okay? I don't think that's cool.
You know what? You kind of started that.
I didn't start that. That's not what I said.
Scammer Boy.
No.
If you guys missed earlier in the show, we found out yesterday that Felipe, and I believe his sister's name is Zoe, they got a VI. They have been getting the week of their lives, basically, based on that sign. And they got to meet Jimmy Butler. They got a tour of the Heat facility. It appears Jimmy Butler took them out to dinner last night.
At Carbone,
No.
Something fancy.
Capitol Grill.
He didn't take him to Shake Shack. He didn't take him to Johnny Rockets. He took him to a nice restaurant. I would venture to guess if they're sticking around Miami, they'll probably get to watch him play tomorrow, probably courtside in those Jimmy Butler seats.
Breaking news. You see they're reporting Jimmy Butler bought them a house.
Wow.
Look at that. That's so crazy.
You know what? It turns out Jimmy Butler, you can guilt him into anything. You just got to find the right nerve. It's
You know what, Jimmy? I want big face coffee.
I just want a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I just want a cup
I love coffee.
No, he'd be like, you got to pay for that.
$40.
Goron didn't even get a free cup of coffee.
Wow, dude.
Except he always didn't he always say he was able to steal it? He goes, sorry, but he forgot 20. I get you tomorrow.
Oh, I'll get
They
you
went
tomorrow.
to Cafe Avanti.
Oh.
Avanti.
Boots on the ground?
Yeah,
on the
that's when you
ground.
found that out.
Yeah,
J-Fig.
were you there too?
The J&J Fig stands for journalist.
I was there.
Wow.
Yep. She's got that going on right now.
Well, I revealed earlier in the show that I write press releases. So there's
They
that.
also cut
Do
somebody
you really
a
write
cake.
press releases?
No,
I didn't know if for like improv you did.
Where do I even start?
I don't know.
Who's the press? I thought I was the press.
So we got that, and then apparently Duncan Robinson was working out, according to Anthony Chang
nice.
of the Miami Herald, that Duncan Robinson was working out on the court, but he was shooting with his non-shooting hand. So he was shooting with his left hand. So just trying to get himself back and get himself set. Omer Yurtseven also came out for a workout and checking on out. All right.
Whoa.
We may be getting Haywood Highsmith here in just a
Oh, my
second. He may
guy.
be calling on in. I got to get the
Cool.
got to get the
Baltimore
phone
native.
line. What?
Baltimore native, I think.
That's cool.
Yeah. Think he's a Lamar Jackson fan?
I don't know. We can ask him.
Baltimore native fan?
We can ask him if he rocks with the Ravens.
Wow.
If he hates the Bengals.
Ooh. That's true. Haywood Highsmith, though, they always J-Fig mentioned this on the break. It is the anniversary of Kobe's passing.
I did.
3 years.
One of the things
3
that they
years today.
constantly mention when he was around was like, who's a Kobe stopper? Who's a Kobe stopper? I think Haywood Highsmith is a Jason Tatum stopper.
Dude, he's done a good job against Jason Tatum. I know that.
Yeah.
That's been an awesome thing to see.
Solid,
He's been
man.
fantastic. And that was like that's been impressive about Haywood all years. Like he is tremendous on defense.
Yep.
Tremendous. But I think the thing that it is unfortunate, Spo always mentions this, like they don't recognize what you do until you stick it in those threes to drop.
Yeah,
And like that's when people are like, oh my God, this guy's amazing.
for sure.
But and so like that's the unfortunate thing when you're doing all the dirty work and you're doing all these things to get people going.
Yeah.
They don't notice it until you're going 4 for 4 from three. But remember that first one that he hit? He like hits it and then like falls to the bench and everybody's going crazy. That's got to be one of the coolest things on the court.
Yeah.
Like when you get everybody's all geeked up, they're right there with you. He's like, ooh, that's got to give him the goosies.
No other sport has that, right? Like obviously you got interactions for the bench.
No,
dugout,
not like the NBA.
but not like you fall into the bench or something like that.
Yeah, I guess maybe like in baseball with a walk-off home run.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, but they're running on the field at this point. That's not necessarily bench. Like, I think that's cool. You're so close to the sideline. Steph Curry did that thing, where he shot the three. You look at the opposing bench.
Yes, I like that too.
That's
That's Lamar. Hell's his name? Jamal Cain did that.
Cane Train?
Cane Train. All right, cool. I just got word from our guy Tim Donovan in the Heat that we will
Nice.
get Haywood Highsmith at 1:15. He will call in.
What a nice guy.
So very cool.
Nice.
Looking forward to talking to H and getting his thoughts on
Cool nickname.
his fantastic. Just calling him H.
Yeah.
They were trying some things like the locksmith. was out there. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. The locksmith is kind of cool, but you know,
Sounds like something you would say.
Locksmith.
they beat me to it, J-Fig. They beat me to it.
I like it though. H. I feel like not too many letters can you just go by H. J. I think J is cool. I know a couple J's.
People call me Jay.
Yeah, J.
They call you?
Yeah.
That's
Like
what they call
I
me.
couldn't do M.
That's what they call me.
Gonna be like, oh, what's up, M?
Pasión.
No one. No one calls you that.
People used to call me Fangs because of my teeth.
Did they really?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have 2 fangs in one city.
Fangs. Wow.
Couple. We'll get
I'll make some room.
We got you and we got Vic Fangio.
Can you coach defense?
Yeah. Do you know when to blitz and when not to blitz?
Yes.
I don't want a lot of changes. That cover 0 was fun. I like it. Well,
Man. Another guy says, hey, Toby, you know what Bill stands for, right? Boy, I love losing in the Super Bowl. I love losing Super Bowls. Yeah.
Boy,
they do that a lot. Now they're not even getting there.
Yeah.
But somehow we talk about them like they are the greatest thing that's ever happened to sports.
I think you're right, though. I don't know if it's going to be like a big regression necessarily. I think they'll still be a playoff team and competitive. But this year, they anointed them before the season started. They said Tyreek Hill left Kansas City. Joe Burrow, had a nice run, but it's over. This was Josh Allen's year and the Bills' year, and apparently it wasn't. And we kept up with them every game that we played. So
yeah.
They're not.
I just think it's just a weird thing. Like the way they carry themselves is just odd.
No.
Trying to think like who it kind of reminds me a lot of the Sixers. It's like everybody every year thinks that they're going to be the greatest thing in basketball, yet somehow they always do something to screw it up, and then they do something drastic, but then always make an excuse about why things didn't turn out. Like that's to me what the Bills have become. Like they are the NFL Sixers. In theory, you think they're going to be your finals team, but there's always something that seems to come up that gets you a little bit messed up, something a little bit, just doesn't go through all the way. I don't know. I don't know.
Their fans are obnoxious. They are the Sixers of the league.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Remember when they took over all of Fort Lauderdale? They took over like the entire.
What a
beach
waste!
area.
Yeah, and then
Look
they were sitting here complaining about the sunburns that they got.
at
By the way, some other news coming out on the fight news world. Jorge Masvidal. He has just tweeted out
like that.
Big fight news coming soon.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. It's just a tease.
A little underwhelming.
A tease on a tease.
A tease on a tease.
Double tease.
I don't know what that means. What does he mean by that?
What does he mean?
Who could he be fighting?
Why would they do that?
McGregor?
Whoa! Come on, now we're getting.
It could be McGregor.
Tobin says McGregor versus Masvidal.
It definitely could be Conor McGregor.
You think he's ready? I know he was healing up, getting bulkier.
I think so. I don't know. His coach was saying it's going to be within a few months. So if you're going to say if the fight's going to be in a few months,
yeah,
like let's say it's in May,
yeah,
because I think they're booked up to April, at least. Yeah,
I'll
it's
take
about
it.
the time you would say in January that we're going to promote this fight.
Is that the biggest fight the UFC could possibly book?
Yeah, I mean, I would have said Francis Ngannou versus John Jones,
yeah.
but that's dead in the water.
But do you even think like
By the way, you see Chael Sonnen came out and he said that hybrid idea by Tyson Fury, dumbest idea in sports history. He called it.
Really?
Yeah, very strong.
Wow.
He goes, "What is this?" He goes, "Either box or don't box. What is this? Is this hybrid rules?"
Yeah,
he said he would box you. Why would you change the rules?
Hybrid, dude. Got to give yourself a chance.
It's all just to see if he would get a chance. But
yeah,
I think if he was going to box, the one guy I would want to see him box would be Deontay Wilder. That's the only.
That one scares me though, dude. That really because he has that one hitter quitter, man. And
but that's the point. Like that's what I'm saying. The best power puncher in UFC and the best power puncher in boxing. Like that's the way I would want to go.
You think Francis has a chance of knocking Wilder out?
No, but maybe.
All right.
Like the whole idea, like he has no chance against Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
With Wilder, it's like, all right, maybe in one of these exchanges he gets like an uppercut up there and a fluke happens. But no, I don't think he has a chance to beat.
Can I see like
Wilder.
a warm-up match first before he goes against like
No,
I don't know,
because
the
what if
two
he stinks?
heavyweights?
Like this is always the thing people want warm-up match.
True.
No warm-up match. Get right to it. It's like with Jake Paul, warm-up match. No, you go right to the fight. That's what you got to do.
See,
no
I
practice.
I think that's the one right there, though. Jake Paul.
That's who you want to see fight Conor McGregor?
No, that's what I want to see.
Francis Ngannou just
warm
go
up,
kill Jake. Just go kill him.
Kill Jake Paul, and then now we get happy because it's a warm-up match, and I don't know, Jake Paul may or may not have. I don't want to say he got knocked out, most likely if he goes against Francis, but I'd like to see that. I don't know.
I don't like people calling Felipe the fraud. All right, -1 texter for Sass.
-1.
He says do it for Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, right. Kawhi will
I don't
not.
think the kid's a fraud. I think they tried this a couple times just trying to get a hug, and they happen to hit the jackpot here with Jimmy Butler. He's got a big heart.
All right, so let's think about this then. Are they from the country? No, right? They're from
Doesn't sound
Argentina.
like it.
Okay, cool. They have these signs that look pretty professional. So where are they getting these things? They're going to your local.
Some kids are good at signs, like you had in your class. You had the good science project kids. You had the bad science project kids. I was a bad science project kid.
I was a bad and lazy science project
Yeah.
kid.
What? Okay, so what are you
Didn't
doing?
care.
Speaking of science projects, what do you do? Right? You print it out, you cut it out, you glue stick it. Those look good, man. Those guys went to.
They got
money,
the font
dude.
colors. They got
Come
logos.
on, dude. They got everything. Look at this font colors, and I didn't even realize the
But they
fonts.
didn't get anything from Steph Curry. So is it a fraud if the scam only if it I'm not saying it is a scam, but let's just say if you shoot your shot and it works once with Jimmy Butler but not with Steph Curry, does that make you a fraud, or does that just it happened to work out with Jimmy Butler? If it was multiple times, if these guys got a fancy dinner from Steph Curry, I would say we're on to something here. But just because they tried it with Steph Curry doesn't mean they're fraudulent because it worked with Jimmy Butler. Like people are calling them clout chasers. We didn't even know. You can't be a clout chaser if it didn't work the first time.
Fleeced us, dude.
I
Fleeced
don't like
us.
that phrase.
They didn't fleece anybody. They
fleeced us.
What are you know how many basketballs the Heat have hanging around autographed by Jimmy Butler?
Oh, look,
plenty.
This company, Jimmy Butler purchased them a yacht. It keeps going,
Oh
dude.
my
Look
God.
at that.
You know what? I think the one
Mickey
texting the
Harrison.
show is Marcos.
Mickey Harrison gave them their own cruise line.
Look at that. Everyone's gonna all aboard.
We're really sorry Jimmy Butler didn't play.
The Carnival Felipe, everyone. Fleeced us, dude.
Look, I'm happy the guys they're getting an experience of a lifetime. That's a beautiful thing.
I'll say
That's
It's
a beautiful
great
thing.
to say.
It is a great thing to see. Makes
Look,
me happy.
The Heat are a good organization, and they always do right. You know, they do right. They make the right move. And this is just another example proving why our culture goes beyond our courts. And he fleeced us, dude. I'm telling you, man.
No, it's not like he owns a piece of the team. All right, speaking of the team, man who was doing a tremendous job on Jason Tatum the other night. He did a great job helping the Heat beat the Boston Celtics, which always just, it warms my heart. Haywood Highsmith, he's scheduled to call in coming up next.
This is 15 minutes of your Miami Heat.
Broward Health, celebrating 85 years of service to our community. Then, now, forever. Broward Health.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, your home for Miami Heat basketball. Leroy Horde remains out. He's at the hospital. He's getting his tibia checked on, so I hope our guy's going to be okay. Waiting on updates.
Poor
for
Leroy,
him.
man.
I know, poor Leroy, dude. I'm hoping the best for him. But in the meanwhile, we will go talk. You know, Leroy loves him some defense. You know, Leroy loves a guy who gets after it on that side of the floor. We'll go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop over 1,500 Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. This guy, one of the reasons the Heat beat the Boston Celtics the other night. He's Haywood Highsmith joining us here on the show. Haywood, thanks for the time, man. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for joining us, man. Do you get Haywood? You're an absolute monster on defense, but how much does it frustrate you at all? We only know Spo always says this. You guys only notice the defense after Haywood makes a couple of shots. You guys never notice it when he's always out there just being a dog on defense. It always has to be you nail a couple threes, and then people notice what a monster job you're doing on the defensive side.
I think sometimes that is true in some cases, but no matter what, I'm always gonna play defense. Even if I'm not making shots or I am making shots, but Spo definitely is saying the right thing because people do only notice offense nowadays and don't really pay attention to the defense. But it's all good. I'm just gonna keep playing defense no matter what.
You guys, I think right now have the number one rated defense in January, and in a league right now where people are scoring crazy amount of points, 60 points, 70 points here and there. How much are you guys enjoying that you're still able to bring these games in the mud to have a lot of success?
Yeah, we've always talked about we can win games with playing defense and also missing shots on offense. Always playing off misses and playing in transition. I think we had one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, and we're proving it right now in the month of January, like you said. So it just proves that we can win games with just our defense now, and we can win a championship with just our defense as well.
Well, hey, what was the moment with the franchise? Everybody always kind of talks about the moment where either was in a workout or a practice, you kind of knew you belonged, you were a Heat guy, they were going to trust in you, and they wanted you to they knew that was the moment that this guy can help us win. Do you recall a moment, a practice, a talk with the coach? What was that?
I think maybe I had some moments last season when I was on some 10 days, and just understanding how the Heat want to play and how the mentality is and how the culture is. I think I fit right in. With what they want to do. And, in the off season last year, after the season ended last year, I had some meetings with some coaches and discussed, my the game plan and the plan with me as far as, training and working out this off season, and they had a plan for me. And I think, some of those moments I just definitely understood that, I'm glad I'm here and I want to be here and I'm blessed to be here. And, there's an organization that gives people like me a lot of chances, and, I'm blessed and I'm thankful.
Is there any kind of special club that Udonis Haslem has started for the undrafted guys? I think you guys got 10 now. Do you look down now upon the drafted on your team? Oh, look at you guys. You think you're so cute with your first round picks. We have our own club here with the undrafted.
I don't think I wouldn't say that we look down on them and say, oh, you guys think it's so cool. I mean, those guys, they got drafted for a reason. They was outstanding college players, high school players, and they're great players. But we definitely have a little group, undrafted guys on this team. We also got a shirt made with everybody's picture on it that says Miami Heat undrafted. So it's pretty cool to be a part of it, and we take pride in being undrafted, and it still fuels us, to this day, and still motivates us to keep going.
What is the first undrafted talk that Udonis Haslem gives you to welcome you into the club?
Just trying to just keep proving people wrong and just keep going and, understand that, you got here for a reason. You're here for a reason. And, just because you're undrafted doesn't mean, you can't play in this league. It's not how, you started. It's not how you got here. It's just about how you keep going once you get here. So, I mean, we got here, one way or another to the G League, 2 ways, workouts, whatever. But, we're all here just to, compete and playing NBA.
talking to Haywood Highsmith. He was an absolute monster. He's been great all season, but it was a monster on Tuesday night, locking up Jason Tatum. Take me back to Tuesday night, Haywood, all right? Jason Tatum's cooking you guys there in the first half. You get on him, and it's over. Like, he can't do anything else. And, not to pat yourself on the back, but, I mean, the facts are the facts, man. You locked him up, and he wasn't doing nothing the rest of the night. So, particularly in that matchup, what did you do to have so much success against a guy that's one of the best in the league?
Yeah, I think the big thing with him is just try to make everything as hard as possible and make him uncomfortable. Take away his airspace so he can't get, any pull-up threes, any rhythm threes, and get any clean looks. So, the big thing with him was, for me, was just being physical, trying to get up into him, no space between me and him, and just making things as difficult as possible. But like I said the other night, my teammates did an incredible job with just, talking to me while I was guarding him. Never felt like I was on the island. And, it was a great team defense against him as well, I would say. But I definitely got some good stops against him. And, it was great guarding a player like him because he's, like we say, he's one of the better players in this league, MVP caliber player as well. So, it was nice guarding him.
Can you give us a sense of, like, what that communication is like? Because it's like you got some great defenders on your team, including stuff with Bam, with Jimmy. The way you guys talk things out with Spo and trying to shut other teams down, like, what is the secret sauce to that? How do you guys have so much success on that side of the floor?
Yeah, I think the big thing is always communication. If you're not talking on defense, it's going to be tough to, work through different actions that the team is running. You got to call switches, you got to call screens, you got to, call, this and that. So, communication is a big thing. And, the Heat, obviously we pride ourselves on defense. So, defense is always going to be one of our top priorities. But physical defense, communication, and, just making the effort plays. Defense, it's not always about, skill. It's just about just making effort and just playing hard. And I think, that's what I kind of do best, just play my hardest. So that's why I've always been a good defender. And, just communication, like I said earlier, and just, playing hard. That's what the Heat culture is about.
Talking to Haywood Highsmith, how much do you feel like you guys are now a season high 5 games over 500? How much do you feel like it is all coming together? You guys obviously have high expectations coming into the season. You hit some bumps in the road, but does it feel like it's kind of coming all together and you guys are now starting to be where you expect it to be?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like we're kind of, finding our flow, finding our rhythm for sure. We had some key injuries in the beginning of the season. A lot of guys were out, a lot of guys were hurt. So, we had different lineups and different groups in. But, right now, we're kind of getting healthy, catching some connection, getting some, chemistry on both ends of the floor. So I think, right now we're in the perfect position just to make a good run. Right now we're 5 games over 500. So, we keep pushing to All-Star break. We can, get in the top of that East and, get, maybe the 2 seed, 3 seed, 1 seed, whatever. But, we got big hopes for us. So, we're just going to keep going.
Hey, what's your relationship like with Coach Karan Butler? Like, that's the guy you work with pregame, setting up all your shots. What's the work that you guys put in together to kind of help you, continue to go with your success?
Yeah, see, I work with CB a lot. Pre-game, practices, off days, like most of the summer as well, summer league when I was playing. And, me and relationship is really tight. We always, as soon as we see each other, good morning, King, good morning, call each other King, just addressing each other as that. But, we do a lot of different things. With me, just playing, just doing stuff that I'm probably going to be doing in the game, which is like, shooting corner threes, shooting open threes off, penetrations from Bam, Jimmy, Tyler, Kyle, different guys like that, being ready to shoot, and always being ready. And then getting to second situations as well when I'm kicked to the ball, getting dribble handoffs and getting, catching goal finishes or cuts or something like that. So a lot of off-ball stuff, which is cool. I'm one of the guys that don't need the ball in his hands to make an impact for sure. But, we definitely put in a lot of work, and I'm glad to be working with CB.
How is that role of like them always wanting to like breathe that confidence into you to help on offense? Like you hit all those clutch shots the other night, but they don't want you to be shy on that side of the floor, do they? They want you to continue to, be a weapon for them on both sides.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely the team has a lot of confidence in me as far as, on the offense end. I'm a good shooter. I've shown it, and I've had, great games where I shoot the ball well, and I've showed that I can be a great impact on that side of the floor. So, I'm just, sometimes when the shot's not falling, they definitely come to me and make sure, that I still have that same confidence that I have when I am making shots. So, they got confidence in me. That's why they pass me the ball when I'm open, and just gotta just keep going.
Talking to Haywood Highsmith. A couple more before we get you out of here, Haywood. You mentioned the other day Bam Adebayo. You say he's been a killer for you guys. How do you feel about Bam Adebayo not being top 10 in fan voting?
Yeah, it's kind of disrespectful in a sense. I mean, Bam has been putting up numbers all season for sure, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure he'll get in the All-Star game, either way. So people obviously have not been watching the whole league and watching our games and what he's been doing, not just on offense though, but on defense as well. So I'm honestly. We'll see what happens, when the fan voting is done and you got to do all the media and all that stuff, the coaches. So, end of the day, Bam is like I say, a killer, one of the better centers in this league on both ends of the floor. And great all-around players, for sure.
He was mentioning after the game his go-to post-game relaxing show is The Blacklist to watch. But I have not seen, admittedly, Haywood. What is Haywood Highsmith's go to watch on Netflix just to kind of chill out and get away from basketball?
I'm trying to think. I was watching Ozark, but stopped watching that because it's pretty much over. For Netflix, I would probably say I like to watch The Circle. I got like one more. I'm trying to think.
The Circle's the social media one? Where
the social media one. The social media one is pretty interesting.
No Love is Blind? You're not into the Love is Blind? Falling in love?
I have watched Love is Blind. I'm not gonna lie. I watched that with my girl.
It's
my
hypnotizing.
Girlfriend,
it really is.
With this girl, though. With this girl. He doesn't just watch it on his.
Of course, you have to watch it. You ever watch Love Island? Have you ever watched? It's only good with the British version.
I've only watched Love Island because of my girl. She was watching it one time, and I came in and I started watching it with her. It's kind of cool also to see that, but yeah.
my wife gets me roped in too, man. It's very hypnotizing, especially the way they talk over in England. Like they don't talk like, hey, can I talk? Oh, can I have a chat? And then it's like it's just off to wow. Now they're in love all of a sudden. It's amazing.
Yeah, the accents are crazy. They are.
Oh man, we appreciate you giving us some time. Well, before we get you out of here, Haywood. So this kid goes viral for the Jimmy Butler sign, right? He gets he's getting the tour of the facility. Was he at practice today? Like this kid now, he seems like he's like Jimmy's sidekick. Jimmy took him out to dinner. Was this the kid with the sign from the game the other night? Have you seen him around the facility now?
I did not see him at practice today, but I did see him yesterday when Jimmy took him around the arena yesterday when I came in to get some work in. But yeah, I mean Jimmy, he's a good guy for that. I mean that's pretty cool. From the kid's perspective to do something like that for him, so that's amazing.
If that could happen with any basketball player when you were growing up, if that kind of experience could have gone down, who would you have wanted it to be with?
That's a good question. Growing up for me, I would probably say Kevin Durant. Probably.
Oh, that would be cool. That's all. Yeah, Baltimore. Is that the hometown connection?
Yeah, kind of same city, DC, Baltimore. Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome, man. Haywood, you're doing awesome this year, man. Thank you for spending so much time with us today. We appreciate it. After practice, I'm sure you're exhausted. Good luck tomorrow night against the Magic, and thanks for giving us some time.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
There you go. Haywood Highsmith. He's kicking ass this year. We appreciate him giving us some time. Love Island, dude. People, it gets you hypnotized, J-Fig.
It gets you hypnotized.
It does. It does. You'll have a shot.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean you don't know?
It's the accent.
It's an interesting show to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
That's actually why I avoid it.
Tobin roped me in.
Nah.
And then I couldn't stop watching it.
I did walk in on my fiance watching Yellowstone yesterday, and I'm like, oh, here it goes.
Did you watch it?
No, I mean, I walked by a couple times. I was like, this isn't funny. I thought this was supposed to be funny.
Yellowstone?
She said this is
what
not.
part
No,
of that
it's not funny at
sounds
all.
funny?
Nah, I don't know. I saw a kid like fall into a river.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on?
They always use. I gotta tell you, the one thing with
Even
Yellowstone.
kids.
Spoiler alert. They really exploited that kid. That kid,
Whoa,
he's in
really?
danger all the time.
Yeah.
It's always something with him.
Someone's got to watch that kid.
They gotta watch that kid.
Yeah, before you know it, he's making signs, and Jimmy Butler's taking him out to dinner.
You're never gonna let that go.
Oh man, we appreciate Haywood Highsmith for joining the show. We will take a quick break. We will wrap things up on the other side. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Thanks again to Haywood Highsmith for joining the program.
It's my guy.
Is that your guy?
Nah, I don't know. I just feel like Leroy has a guy. You got Bam.
Uh-huh.
I need a guy.
Leroy's guy's Vic?
Yeah.
I think if you would have asked, I mean, we could have. You just said, "Hey, will you be my guy?"
I don't know if he'd like that. I don't know if he'd be a fan of that.
I'll ask him next time. I'll be next game on Boots. I'll ask him.
Can you be my guy's guy? That's what you got to ask him.
Yeah, ask him.
Yeah.
Who's your guy?
Bam. Nah, come on.
That's my
Oh,
guy.
that's easy.
And Low
Could
Dog,
be Jimmy,
of course.
too. Well,
And
really,
Low
Low
Dog.
It's like he flip flops all the time.
Yeah,
What do you
that's
mean
true.
I flip flop all the time? What are you talking
He's
about?
pretty consistent with Bam, though. He's pretty consistent with Bam. I don't think he's lashed out on Bam.
No, that would break my heart.
It would break my heart, personally. J-Vic, who's yours? Gabe? Is Gabe your guy?
Sure.
Birdman.
Birdman. Birdman was always my guy, but like he's no longer there.
Yeah. He's somewhere getting swole somewhere. Being intimidating.
Jimmy
like
Butler
it. That's
is
what I like about him.
Jimmy Butler on Felipe says he's a great kid, loves to surf, play basketball, skateboard. He's glad he got to meet him.
Huh.
And now he's my manager.
Right,
He actually had some good things on crypto. I think I'm reinvesting.
Oh, yeah. I'm back in. Felipe, man.
Made out like a bandit, dude. Good for him.
Not like a bandit.
Made out like a bandit. I'm happy for him.
Yeah. Well,
But big news, I think, out of camp. Not only Jimmy Butler being back, but Big Yurt working out.
yeah.
Jack said that on the show the other day. He's like, Big Yurt, little Yurt.
I kind of like just forgot about him. Not like
I understand why. I understand why.
His injury. I just like I hope he be. I give him the Will Fuller or the
It's tough.
Byron
You can't
Jones.
think about it. You're like, all right, he's not here.
Yeah,
tough. You're not going to sit here to being like. And the other thing is, not like a known commodity. We don't know how good Big Yurt could be.
Yeah,
he could be an amazing backup center. He could maybe fit next to. I don't think he'll fit next to Bam. I don't know how that's going to work. I feel like that's one of those things that could work for a few minutes on the court, but ultimately, I think probably a backup big is better suited for him.
Yeah,
but I don't know. He was. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. He was talking a big game before the season. He
really was.
He's like, I feel like we could unleash Bam. He could be even more of a monster with me there. And I get the theory of that, but then also, this drives Leroy nutty, but it's the truth. Like the dude's a center, and that's just that. People want to get crazy because he's not 6'11", he's 6'9". But tell me a guy out there who's out muscling him. I haven't seen it. Doesn't happen, and he's quicker than all of them too. So it's This Barry Jackson just tweeted that Felipe is going to represent the Heat at the next draft lottery.
I went to Barry Jackson's Twitter immediately
just to check.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
I think he's messing with you
We're
on
all
that
good.
one.
He's messing.
Stop it.
It's not unheard of. This guy is just
Kid's going to be sitting with the Harrisons tomorrow.
key to the city. Just give him the keys to the city.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Might as well. But look, I'm happy. People are going to go immediately to let's hate on the kid.
Yeah.
Let's go see if he's a cloud shit. Good for him. You know what?
I don't hate the kid. I'm happy for the kid.
I don't sound very happy for
He
him.
didn't sound very happy.
No, I am happy for him. I've even expressed it on Instagram yesterday.
Ah,
I did.
Okay. Leaving yeah, I get that.
I
Leaving
mean,
a
it's
little paper trail.
It's really win-win for everybody because it's good press for the Heat. It's good press for Jimmy Butler. It's good for the kid. He gets to, have the experience of a lifetime. So there's that.
Yeah, and he learns that if you want to be a fraud, just make a sign and things will work out in your favor.
Maybe, but maybe they don't though.
Maybe.
Like, what are the odds?
They did it with Steph Curry.
This is the thing,
Tell
though.
us how you really feel.
Here's the thing, though.
Marcos.
What are the odds? Like, there's a ton of people who bring signs to a game.
Yep.
The odds that his sign gets caught, the camera catches him upset about something. We don't know if he was directly upset about Jimmy Butler or that maybe he was told something else that upset him.
Well, he stood out because there was not that many people around him. It was quite empty.
Yeah, it was early. That's the thing.
Let me give you the play-by-play.
That's why they
guys.
thought.
This is the play-by-play. You get there early. No, actually, it starts before you even get there. First, you need a big enough sign, which I don't even know if signs are allowed during the game. I feel like they were banned, but he must know a guy. So Felipe knows.
I don't know if you're allowed to have a sign up during the game.
There you go. So you can bring a sign. You just
Really?
can't have it up. So there we go. He's already breaking regulations.
But
all right?
normally, here's the thing. Normally at a game, it's usually the road fans that bring a sign that it's like, hey, I came here to see you. Like Max Strus signed a sign after the game. You never know.
Okay.
That's nice.
The kid's moving. You know, the kid is going out there.
So he breaks sign regulations to enter. Right. He gets there
We
early.
don't know that he broke sign regulations.
Breaks sign regulations.
Allegedly. Stop it.
He goes all the way. He that's not his section. Who knows if that was his section? I want to know what his ticket said. All right. I need to know
I think
where
by the
his
end, I think
seats
he was
were.
sitting like by the court.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, because Felipe.
But then you're saying that he would have to have an in at TNT to show him on camera.
There you go.
And then you're also saying Jamal Crawford's in on it because he called Jimmy Butler.
It's bigger than you think. It's
Wow.
bigger than you think. I haven't seen Son Steve in a while.
What?
Oh,
He works at the arena.
God.
Maybe that's Son Steve's
He's
nephew.
listening right now.
I don't know. So he's got an in with one of the arena guys. He knows someone at Turner. And of course, if you're going to have a sign, it has to be nice with all the decorated font. I don't know, man. Something's fishy about this whole thing.
Well, it's over now, right? Like
it's over now.
Decorated.
Yeah. If I see you, Felipe.
I mean, unless he's playing point guard.
Yeah, we're going to need someone.
Like Felipe, we're going to give you some run instead of Gabe Vincent tomorrow night or Lowry.
I saw those comments though. I felt a little bit bad when everyone's like, the first day it was like, you came to see Jimmy Butler, we got Gabe Vincent. And I was like, oh, that's still nice though. I'll take a Gabe Vincent interaction.
I saw the video. People were commenting. They're like, "Oh, wow, you asked for Jimmy Butler, but got
Yeah.
Gabe Vincent." But I was like, "That I like that.
That's cool.
I would
you
take
still
it."
if you're a kid,
Yeah,
you still
for
get to go and interact with an NBA player. That's cool.
Yeah.
We take it for
Right.
granted, I think, being around sports so much. But no,
Yeah.
I think a lot of kids would find that pretty awesome. Not to mention Gabe Vincent.
Handsome. Man, that guy's
Very
handsome.
handsome.
Yep.
That's my guy.
You know?
Nothing fraudulent about that guy.
No. The only thing that feels fraudulent is when you look into a mirror after being next to Gabe Vincent. It's handsome.
My life is a lie.
I'm like, I am fraudulently existing because I am not as handsome as that guy.
Yeah, I think the only
Did
experience
you
I
feel
had-
old at all when Haywood Highsmith said Kevin Durant was his favorite player growing
Man,
up?
you know,
Because I felt old.
I felt some kind of
I
way.
knew the connection because he
Yeah,
said Baltimore.
for
When he
sure.
said Baltimore, I was like, yeah, PG County. I know
Yeah.
why he's a KD fan,
I
but
know,
still,
though.
made me feel a little old.
Yeah, like this guy was potentially gonna
I
be
was
on your
hoping
team.
he was going to at least go like Kevin Garnett.
Yeah. I was hoping
Nope.
Kobe. Just throw a Kobe out there. It's always
Or
safe. Right?
Kobe, yeah, but
Yeah,
like
safe.
when KD on that one, huh?
Yeah.
Just make
KD.
you feel old.
Now, current guy in your conference right now. I mean, do you feel that way? I know a lot of. There was this video circulating recently where LeBron was next to someone who was inbounding. And they're
Oh
like,
yeah,
you played
one of the
against
kids
my
from the
dad."
Rockets, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
That was crazy. Right?
It is crazy. He's
played
been
against
around.
my
He's played a
dad.
long time.
Yeah.
You've played a grown ass adult. That's how long LeBron has been playing.
Do you want to feel older?
Oh no.
You're like a decade older than him.
Whoa! Yeah,
Man, that is rough.
it
man.
hurts. It's a
That
big
is
era.
rough.
You know, like when
All
you have
downhill.
these people who are like, when you have all these kids who are like, I grew up watching the Big Three, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you
Grew
did,
up
didn't you?
watching.
That's so weird. That's just a crazy thing to me. But if you're in your
Yeah.
20s,
Yeah.
that's the peak of your sports watching is like early teens, and now you're like 24, 25.
Yeah.
You know, that's a weird thing to me.
My
That's weird.
growing up memories were definitely Wade 06 in the black Converse, Shaq joining the Heat. That's when I remember like, oh, I grew up watching this team kind of thing. Of course, I have memories of teams before, but success and like active memory, I'd say that team. Big Three just seems like, wow,
It seems so new, but
Yeah.
it's not.
it's over a decade.
I know.
Yeah. That's rough, man.
That hurts.
That does hurt. That does indeed hurt.
Somebody says the family is rich, sitting lower level for a boss game. How about they do that for
Yeah.
somebody sitting in the 400s?
Well,
never enough.
It's never enough.
It's never enough. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, they're all paid actors.
I'm with you. Like, look, it's probably wasn't cheap, and it was a long travel. But you know what? Good things. The good thing happened to him. We're gonna just
You
hate.
spend money on things you love, and if you love Jimmy Butler and if you love the Heat, then that's what they did. They paid for an experience, and they definitely got one.
Maybe they love coffee so much, and that's what they wanted. Really, more than anything, they wanted the recipe for Big.
Somebody
Face.
says I'm a bleep for telling him the Baltimore connection. I'm not from New York, but I would say MJ. All right, but I'm sorry I left that game. I was like, well, the thing that took me back was he said Kevin Durant. I was like, man, I feel old. That was gonna be my first reaction.
Yeah.
But then I was immediately like, he is from Baltimore. That's why I went that way. Instead of making Haywood Highsmith feel bad for making me feel old, I decided and said, oh, it must be a hometown thing. But if you had Kevin Durant and he was from your neck of the woods, like that's like with all the kids from Chicago who like looked up like Dwayne Wade, all the Chicago ballers, like that's a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can still like Michael Jordan even though you're from New York. That's cool.
It's allowed.
It's allowed.
Okay.
I mean, should probably like go with somebody else from New York. I mean, that'd be a lot cooler, but good for you. You like Michael Jordan. It just means you're unoriginal.
Wow. Okay. There's that. He was the best.
Like if Bam said, Bam's a Kobe guy. Kobe's not from North Carolina. That's okay.
Yep.
He was from Philly or Italy.
Yeah.
So
always strange that one.
I can't believe it's 3 years though, man. That's
3
nuts.
years, right?
3 years.
3 years. I remember where I was. You remember where you were when you found out?
I was in this studio.
Were you really?
I was. Yeah.
I was out to. It was my mother-in-law's. We were taking her out to lunch for her birthday, like a whole in-law like get together type of thing.
Yeah.
I think my mom was there too. I think like it was her birthday, and I saw it on Twitter. Like I remember it popping up. I like, couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Kind of. You're like, for real? Like,
yeah. It
really?
was one of the most definitely surreal celebrity deaths because you're just like, he's Kobe. Like, what do you mean he's just gone? That's insane. So pretty wild one. Seamlessly transitioning. Leroy Horde, we wish you the best, buddy. We hope you're doing okay. I'm gonna be out tomorrow.
What?
Yeah,
your fibula?
I'm not. It's not my fibula, but I am out tomorrow.
Cool.
I'll be back on Monday for everybody. Yeah. Dono's gonna be in.
Sweet.
And we wish you guys. I'm gonna just. I hope everybody has a great weekend.
Thank you.
You.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Good that you're back from Seattle.
Yeah, indeed.
J Fig, it's good you're back from your bird murdering.
Yeah,
It always gets her every time.
It does.
It really does.
You're accusing me of murder.
Well,
the bird.
A bird murder.
Murdering, not murdering.
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
Way different.
It is big difference.
Way
but still,
different.
Lighter sentence.
It hurts
So it
because I didn't do it.
hurt for the bird too.
J Figs, a birderer.
Have a great day, everybody.
Felipe, don't. If I see you outside of wherever Jason Tatum is, I'm gonna break your legs, Felipe.
Jedamitis Petritis.
Where's Cooperstein's awards?
Hope you mother have a good day.